Okay, we're live on video productions right now.
I got one film that's over here. What is it now?
To Logan High School, or matchup that we didn't think we'd get to see, but here it is, the Logan Wildcats against the Hillbillies, as they both try and right their season. Logan looking for their first win in their third game of the year, Man looking for their second win in their fifth game of the season. Hello friends, and welcome into the broadcast booth. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush. Terry Logan back in the WDAW studios tonight. Chris now taking the reporters on video production. On the season, Logan just having trouble getting games, and this is going to be Logan's first game since October 2nd.
Yeah, and their first game on the home field, Chris. They're playing tonight. It's actually the first game on their home field, and I believe, and it's senior night as well. So, hey, kill two birds with one stone there. It's the third game of the season for Logan, so this should be an interesting ball game here. This is a game we normally see at the beginning of the year that everybody was really excited about to see this year, and unfortunately we didn't see it to start the year, but now we're seeing it this year and later in the season. So, hey, this might be the latest Logan man game ever in football history here, so we're on the verge of something here.
Well, you actually see some of the injuries that Man has dealt with Israel Canterbury being out the last couple of games, Josh Moody being very limited as well, Logan coming in here with not many reps. What do you see as the Logan Regional Medical Center keeps the game for both schools?
Well, if you're Logan, the one thing Logan has struggled to do, Chris, and that is make stops defensively. We saw the struggle against Chapmanville when we saw them play down there. They really struggled defensively. On the other side with Man, they've done a great job defensively. Their struggles have been on offense, getting the ball in the end zone and getting people healthy, where they've had to switch and go to Jeremiah Harless as their primary quarterback. Now the passing game is not as stable as what they thought it would be. And the injury to Josh Moody, they've had to rely on power running to get the job done. So it's going to come down to the offense of the Man Hillbillies against the defense of the Logan Wildcats. That's the tough part for both squads. So we'll see what they decide to do here tonight and how both sides play.
At this time, if you will stand, remove your caps. Rise for the position. Be pointing to the excavated.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
I'm Rupee Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupee Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupee Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupee Phillips, for state senate.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You will get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Number 20, Kyle Adams. Number 77, Hunter White. 44. And then 44, Justin Thomas. Tonight's main officials are referee Fred McPherson, umpire Frank
Chili and
line judge Michael Logan.
Logan for their first
With his Brian Holston. Field judge is Steve Dawson. Side judge is Andy McPherson.
Logan coming in here, losers to Chapmanville 20-6 in their first game, and then to number 3 at the time, Tug Valley in single A 22-12. Again, they led 12-0 before Tug Valley came back and won. And then Man coming in after losing to Williams Central 19-0, knocking off Mingo Central 28-24, and losing to AAA Point Pleasant 40-21, and then losing big to Herbert Hoover after what was a tight game for a while. They outscored 21-0 in the fourth quarter and lost 42-12. But as we said, Maine coming in with some injuries and making life a little bit more difficult on them.
Yeah, and Man coming in here, and all these games has been a lot of closer than the final score will indicate, is the way to put it.
Logan High School will receive the opening kickoff.
Logan will receive the opening kickoff to get things started here this evening.
Let's go with some welcome to the park.
Yeah, so again, we're having a couple technical issues here. We're trying to fix. So if you're not hearing us very well, we are aware of that. We are working on it. So stop texting me, Zach Belcher. I know. We're attempting to get this problem solved here, and we'll have it ready to go here in just a moment. But we got the game ready to go. Chris should have a good one lined up here, and it looks like. Okay, let's see here if we can try this out. We're going to do a quick switch.
Okay, well, Nathan and I are going to switch headsets until we can figure out what the issue is with our other ones. So apparently his headset was working and mine was not, so we're yeah, because right there I can hear you a little bit loud on that end. So again, we apologize. We're having issues on one headset and not the other right now, but we're going to try and get that fixed as soon as we can. Again, Man coming in at 1-3, Logan at 0-2 on the season, and Man getting set to kick it off. They're wearing their white pants, white shirts with their navy blue numbering and navy blue helmets with Man written in cursive and white across the helmet. Logan in their navy blue pants, yellow jerseys and white helmets. As there is the kick by Tipton, and we're underway as it'll come down at the 15, take one hop into the hands of Logan at the 11-yard line, trying to get to the outside, and does across the 20. Now being cut off and brought down the 25-yard line goes Cameron Hensley.
I'm not sure if I'm coming through here, Chris, but he was able to find the edge and pick up a lot more room on the outside.
And again, the last game, for Logan, Aiden Slack took the opening kickoff back 75 yards for a touchdown, but Man kicking away from him here on the opening kickoff as they will line things up and get things started as Jordan Hayes will be at the helm. Again, Hayes threw for 2,090 yards last season along with 16 touchdowns. Trying to get Logan's offense going. Threw for 101 passing yards against Tug Valley, along with 74 rushing yards and a 36-yard touchdown run. As he hands it off up the middle on first down and nothing doing, as that will go for no gain on the carry and bring up second down and 10 as handoff was given. Looked like that time to Slack. So now we're working on a headset change here, seeing if we can get one to work here for Nathan. Again, we apologize for the difficulty as Man jumps into the neutral zone, and now a flag comes in. As there at the last second, jumping across the line, looked to be Nick Plumley, and that'll give Logan 5 yards and set up a second down and 5 here
for the Wildcats. As Hayes and company will move the line of scrimmage up now to about the 29-yard line. Now they run the clock here with 11:27 to go here in the first quarter. As they line up here with Hayes in the pistol. Now they'll send Dotson down to the bottom as he'll line up. No backs in the backfield. As they send a man in motion here, they'll hand it off on the pitch quickly coming near side, trying to turn upfield. Man pursues nicely and just nowhere to go on the carry, as that'll be a loss on the play, as there was just no real estate that time for Jordan Hayes.
Well, I don't know if I'm coming through any better now. Check and see how I sound out there.
Yes, like we said, we're trying to see if we're getting both headsets to work right now. I think we just tried to change one out. Yeah, so we'll wait to hear from our producers, and we'll let you know as soon as we can. But now penalty flag on the play comes down against Logan, and it's going to be a block in the back, so that's going to push Logan back inside the 20 down to their own 18-yard line. So now they'll line it up. It'll be 2nd down and 16 for Logan as Hayes back in the pistol. As they'll move the running back up, they send man in motion again, Kirk, as they snap it back to Hayes. This time he'll roll out near side, looking to throw, fires towards the sideline, and incomplete. Good coverage on the play by the Hillbillies as he tried to find his intended receiver on the play, Corey Townsend, but it'll bring up 3rd and 16 now. So again, Logan opening possession of the contest, no score yet. In this game last year, we saw the most lopsided win in the rivalry's history when Man beat Logan 62-8 at Man. But it's been pretty close overall. Logan have won 3 straight prior to last year, and they are 3-3 against each other in the last 6 contests. As the officials blow the play dead here for a moment, I believe we had an equipment issue for Logan. As going off the field is
issues everywhere tonight.
It's very true. And Nathan said we're having equipment issues everywhere tonight, and it seems that way, as Noah McNeely will have to exit the game before he gets a chance to exit or enter back in. As now here we go, 3rd down and 16 for Logan at their own 18. As Hayes back to throw, backpedals, fires deep downfield, has a man out there, and incomplete. Coming back and able to break that up at the last second was Josh Moody, who's back in the lineup here tonight. And that closing speed by Moody, able to get back and deflect that pass away to create 4th and 16. So now here comes the Logan punting unit on. 10:31 to go here in the first quarter. And back to the punt will be Aiden Slack. And Slack's shown in the last couple of years, even back to middle school, how strong of a leg he's got. He's put together a couple of very long bombs. As man has 2 men back deep. As Slack catches it cleanly, puts a right foot into it, and it's a good blast across midfield. Takes a Logan hop inside the 45 and then rolls sideways and will die at the 42-yard line. And man will open up there, 58 yards from their own end zone, trying to get the first score of this contest. So the Hillbillies come out now. And we'll see who it is at quarterback. Again, Israel Canterbury got hurt in the third game, of the season against Point Pleasant on the 2nd drive of the game. And so it appears it will be Harless again that will get the start here as he'll come to the line of scrimmage. Harless was 4 of 16 last week against Herbert Hoover for 113 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. As Harless will pitch it back to Josh Moody, coming near side, trying to get to the edge, and finally does grab from behind, but breaks free across the midfield into Logan territory and brought down at the 40. They missed from the lineup the last couple of weeks against Mingo Central. They had 13 carries for 77 yards, including a 37-yard run. And in the first game of the year against Willing Central, he had 9 carries for 63 yards. Also had an interception in that game. Actually led man in interceptions with 5 last year as a freshman. Here they come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the Logan 44-yard line. Harless under center. Moody the deep back. They'll give it instead of Greenwood up ahead as he blows inside on the right end and just gets somersaulted into the air. And he'll pick up a couple of yards down to the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 on the play. Grimmett last week against Hoover had 8 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. He also had 15 tackles in the game against Hoover and had been averaging a high total on tackles this year. He had 17 against Mingo Central in man's lone win of the year. Here they come, second down and 7. 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter at the Logan 41-yard line. Harless fakes it inside, gives it to Moody, rushing around the end. Now cuts back in, and a flag comes in. And that'll be a gain of 1 on the play, but let's see what the flag is. Could be in the area of holding. Pointing to the spot, again, the officials for tonight's game. Referee is Fred McPherson. Umpire is Frank Kleeman. Line judge is Michael Ober. Head linesman is Brian Holston. Field judge is Steve Robinson, and the side judge is Andy McPherson. They're
Hello.
Members of the Kanawha Valley Football Officials Association.
Well, Chris, I don't know if I'm coming through or not. I'm still trying here, but penalties have been a killer for both teams. I know all season. So that's a big penalty there to move man way back. They have a hard time on long down and distances.
As Nathan mentioned, if you couldn't hear him there, talking about how penalties have been an issue for both sides, and especially for man here in the early part of the season, as that's going to push them back to midfield. And it's going to bring up second down and 16 now for the Hillbillies. 9:02 on a running clock here in the first as Harless fakes handoff, goes back to throw, fires into the flat and incomplete. Trying to find his intended man, Cameron Fry, on the play. Good coverage by Cameron Hensley, and that'll bring up third down and 16.
Okay, so turn down.
Brings up third and 16 on the high school from the 50-yard line.
So now, man, just like Logan was on their opening drive, and a third down and forever. And Harless has struggled to find the mark in a couple of games he's been in against Point Pleasant, and albeit he was pressed into duty when he wasn't expected to in that game, he was 1 of 7 for 59 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in that game. The only completion he had was on the final throw that he had of the game when he hit Cameron Fry for that 59-yard touchdown.
Chris, I think I'm back. I think we've fixed this issue here. So, I know you tried to sabotage me and get your own show here, but we fixed it.
Okay, well, it sounds like Terry can hear you whisper now.
Hello, Terry. No, I completely understand. They're coming through a little loud. We're getting the levels adjusted, but it's nice to be back here in this a fun ball game so far. Man's got a long way to go here on third down. We'll see what they dial up. If you're Logan here, you want to drop your corners, give man some room, but just don't let him get that first down.
Right here, if you're Logan, you just want to keep everything in front of you and not allow man to get anywhere behind you on this and just plug up the gaps. So it's going to be third down and 16 as the Hillbillies come out, going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial. Logan left to right. As Harless takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fakes the end around. He'll take it near side, looking deep downfield, fires deep downfield. One-on-one coverage out there and incomplete, as Cameron Fry was the intended receiver and knocked away. Good coverage down there on the play. Looked like Aiden Slack in coverage.
Yeah, Slack did a nice job there in coverage, Chris, and did a really good job not interfering with the pass. He got a handout, but he was looking for it and did a really nice job of disrupting that, and now man's going to be forced to punt here.
Now Logan forced to punt after a 3-and-out. Man picks up a first down, and then they'll have to punt here on the team's opening possessions. 8:49 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, you're going to see this, and with this kind of football game, Chris, it's going to get ugly down there.
And again, like we said, it's raining here. Again, more of a mist coming down right now.
Yeah, but it's rained all day.
Yeah, it's been pretty nasty weather all day as Grimmett gets his right foot into it, takes a big hop for man inside the 20, inside the 10, picked up there by the Wildcats, and Townsend will run out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. They'll move it up to the 17, and Logan will start their second possession from there.
Yeah, that was a nice punt there from man to get that down in there. I don't know if the returner made the right call. I was checking to see who returned that. That might have been into the end zone had he let the ball go. But it's just hard to tell when you're down on the field at that point.
And as I said, the ball's going to scoot on this turf right now with that rain moistening up everything at the moment. And again, the ball will be slick here this evening, so could see some turnovers on both ends if ball security is an issue. As Hayes now back in the pistol. One receiver to each side as he'll take the snap. gives it off. Slack trying to get to the far sideline, but he's bottled up, and he'll go down, maybe even lost a yard on the play. So once again, man's defense pursues well, and it'll be second down, and it looks like 10.
Yeah, defensive man has done a great job, Chris. They've really done a great job all year. And having Moody in there is key at safety, but, I mean, those defensive ends or linebackers, they just pursue so well. They play sideline to sideline really, really well. So if you're Logan, you really got to use your athletes and use your speed to try to beat this man defense.
Actually marking down back inside the 17, so 2nd and 11 as they pitch it back, trying to find some room, and finally does. Breaking 3 is Hayes across the 20. The 25 runs over a man at the 30, and he'll have the first down. Strong run by Jordan Hayes.
And that was a nice play by Hayes, as Hayes was able to go one way with the ball and was looking to throw, but nothing there. Man defense read it well. Hayes then about faces, goes the other way where there was nobody there, and just picks up a nice gain.
He said he had a 36-yard touchdown run against Tug Valley as they'll get to the line of scrimmage quick. 7:56 to go in the first quarter, no score. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line for Logan. As Hayes sends his man up the line of scrimmage, it'll be a direct quarterback snap. He'll run into the line and disappears, and he'll not pick up anything as it'll bring up second down and 10.
And that man front four there, Chris, they are just deadly when it comes to stopping the run. They don't like to let anybody gain a lot on them. We saw when they played Point Pleasant, it took one of the best backs that I've seen in the state to really have a nice night running the football against the man Hillbillies.
Again, man giving up 31.3 points per game thus far this year, but a little bit misleading with the teams they played. Last year they allowed just 13 points per game on the defense.
And I think I got my running backs mixed up, so forgive me there. I was thinking North Marion. That was Chapmanville game. Forgive me.
It's all running together.
It really is. 2 and 3 games a week is throwing me off.
Second down and 10. Hayes fakes the handoff, throws up a lob towards the near side, and incomplete as Jaden Moody there on the coverage as Townsend tried to go up and grab it, but the other Moody brother, both of them so athletic and so tough in the secondary.
Yeah, you're not going to beat Jaden or Josh or Jaden Moody on a back shoulder throw very often. It's going to take a lot of work to do that. So I like the play call, though. I like the play call. It's just I think they went at the wrong corner, but then again, man's corner situation is very good. Jeremiah Harless, we saw him, big interception a few weeks back. He's a great corner as well.
Now Logan will line it up 3rd down and 10 from their own 31-yard line as they'll snap it back deep to Hayes. Rolls near side, now back far side. He's one up for grabs. This could be picked, and it is. Intercepted by Harless at the 40. Back across the 45, the 50, looking to pick up blockers. Now dances around at the 45. Sidesteps a man at the 40. A flag comes down.
This is coming back.
And he'll go down at the 30-yard line of Logan, but the flag will bring it back probably towards midfield, but man has the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, and that was actually a pretty good throw, I thought, from Hayes, who got the air underneath it. I think the receiver just stopped running on the route because it looked like Hayes was going to take off with it, so just some miscommunication there. Harless read the ball well and picked up a big interception there, and let's see where they bring this ball back.
And they will get a block in the back against man, so that will bring them back probably to about their own 49-yard line from where the flag was thrown.
Yeah, good call, Chris. That's right exactly where it was.
Yeah, I've watched Bengals football for 32 years, so I've gotten used to marking off penalty yardage.
kind of becomes an old habit, just start watching it go.
Yeah, I didn't learn math in school. I learned it from him to add and subtract from that. Here they come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. At their own 49-yard line. 6:49 to go in the opening quarter as Harless lines up under center, 2 backs in the fullback position with Moody the deep back. They'll give it to Josh Moody, rushes off the left side, grabbed by the foot. He's going to get held up, and he's only going to advance about 3 yards. Good tackle there by the Logan lineman to be able to prevent him from getting further.
Yeah, and that looked like I believe it was number 28 that I'm seeing that got in there to slow him down.
Colton Goldie.
Yeah, Colton Goldie. And he just got a hold of Josh Moody by the ankle and in a very Kurt Angle fashion. Just was not letting go of that ankle lock. He was staying on it.
And just to give the other stats thus far, Logan is averaging 9 points per game on the season, giving up 21 points per game, but again, only 2 games in for them. And man mentioned how much defense given up thus far. They're averaging 15.3 points per game on offense, and Harvey Arms frantically calling for time, and he gets it.
Yeah, and it looked like that timeout may be good for Logan as well because it looked like they had a couple guys lined up where they didn't want them. Saw Aiden Slack and some company down there communicating on who was covering who. And that's going to be an interesting interesting to watch Slack work tonight on defense.
Well, while we have a moment, this game brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance. And Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and Logan Wildcat Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Oh, Chris, I'm going to say on that interception, we go back to that with Hayes on that interception there. Hayes drops back to throw, and what they did was, man, pretty much ran what's called the old engage 8. They just sent 8 guys at the quarterback, got him pressured. Hayes did a good job to get out and get rid of the ball, and basically, man, just dropped the Moody's and Harless and said, all right, beat us if you can. And that's where the interception came in there. So very, very tough defense to play against when man can run play like that.
Now 6:13 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Hillbillies from the Logan 48. They give it to Fry, rushing near side. Tries to hurdle a man, but he's brought down. Once again, good open field tackle by Colton Goldie.
Yeah, good tackle from Goldie, but Fry had a nice run there. And, he's had a great season this year, Chris. He's really played well, I thought, for the Hillbillies. It's his senior season as well. And, the crazy thing is, man plays Logan tonight. Man has Chapmanville on Friday. If man wins both of those ball games, that brings them up to 3-3. Would that be enough to get them into the playoffs in single A?
I think so.
I think that would probably do it.
I said you're talking about,
especially since it's 2 AA teams that they're playing this week.
And I said, man needs those wins, and also to try and reclaim their county championship. We're going to have a county champion at the end of this week as well.
We will.
As Harless drops to throw on 3rd and 5, under pressure from the far side. Still looking. He's going to get hit and brought down back at the 45-yard line, as chasing him all across the field was Noah McNeely, and he finally caught up to him and brings him down for a big loss.
And that was one where Harless got out of the tackle box. He probably should have just threw that one somewhere to the sidelines and lived to play another down. But now, taking a sack like that, you give Logan momentum, and now you're forced to punt if you're the Man Hillbillies. So maybe they could have went for it on 4th down there. I'm not sure, but now you have to punt.
Yeah, that's going to bring them all the way back to 4th and 14, so a loss of 9 on that.
The Rams punter the other night got so much work. He was like the player of the game. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah, I was watching it the other night. Yeah,
he watermelon punted a ball. That was awesome.
Yes, it wasn't the prettiest game as they get it back to Grimmett. He averaged 20.5 punts or yards per punt on his 2 last week. Gets it a good one off here inside the 20. Fielded there by Logan across the 20-25 and out of bounds at the 27 for Townsend.
Decent starting field position for the Wildcats. They've yet to really get into Billy territory. And this is going to be a night where Logan's athletes, you're going to have to just give them the ball in open field and let them make plays. I like that them getting Hensley involved early. I'd like to see you maybe throw a nice bubble screen to Slack, see what he can do. Just Logan's got so many talented athletes. They just got to get the ball and they've got to go.
They'll open up their 3rd possession of the quarter. Still no score yet on either side as we have 4:26 to go in the opening period. As Logan sends in the play from the sideline as Hayes looks at his wrist to see what it is as he'll send a man in motion coming near side. So he'll drop the throw on 1st down, throws it towards the sideline, complete, but this isn't going to go for anything. In fact, going to be a loss on the play, it appears, as he does complete it to Corey Townsend, but that's going to be a big loss on the way back to the 20, about 8 yards.
Yeah, that was, I think they attempted a bubble screen there, and man just read it and blocked it really well, so that's a big loss there for Logan. Now you're looking at second about Middleburg here.
And I tell you, every throw that Hayes has thrown so far, it's been, just kind of airmailed. Like even that one took a while to get over there and allowed man to pursue.
Yeah, it really did sell out there. And see what Hayes now 14 on the play clock on 3:45 on a running clock here.
So line up here, 2nd down and 18 from their own 19 as Hayes throws it to the other side of the field on a bubble screen. Completes this one, but again it's going to go for a loss as coming in is Cameron Fry, and he'll get Carson Kirk to the ground for another loss on the play.
And I think what you're seeing here is man knows Logan's got those athletes and aren't giving them a chance to get out into that open field and make plays. They are closing in, and we've seen their closing speed over the past few weeks. Man can really close in on a catch really quick. I think now you just turn around and hand the ball off and try to pick up some yards and give your punter some room here.
Hayes has completed 2 passes on this drive for a negative 11 yards so far.
Sounds like my Madden stats.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, about like any pass I threw in my career is on 3rd and 21. He fires over the middle and incomplete. Tried to find Cameron Hensley and almost intercepted again by Harless.
Well, Hensley had a chance at that one, just couldn't get up to it, and Harless almost picked it off. And I don't know if you could see it, Chris, what happened there. Even he would have been short of the first down, even if he would have called it. And now Slack's going to come out and boot this one. Slack's got one of the better foots in the state, by the way, when it comes to punting the football. He can really get underneath it. Him and old Funkhauser from North Marion come to mind.
Well, he's going to need to here as he's standing inside of his own 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's almost in the principal's office at the middle school.
Whew. And Brian Kidd may have something to say to him here.
Oh, Lord.
As he gets off a low winding kick and it hops to Cameron Fry at the 48. Tries to get outside, and a nice tackle to prevent a big gain on that. As coming up and making the stop that time was Braden Chambers.
Yeah, Chambers had a good open field tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, there's a lot of room on that sideline there that Cameron Fry could have took advantage of. And now, man gets the ball back a few yards in front of where they left off.
Yeah, so this is almost where we saw the last drive begin at, as they're down to the Logan 42-yard line, 2:36 now in the first.
Well, I said at the beginning of the game it was going to be the Logan defense trying to stop the man offense, and both sides have kind of struggled. Right now the Logan defense winning that battle here in the first quarter.
This will be the second time that man has started at the 50 or in Logan territory. Can they cash in this time? They give it off to Josh Moody. Breaks out of a tackle in the backfield, but can't break out of another as Aiden Slack comes up. And he'll drop Moody for a 3-yard loss.
What a tackle by Slack. He was the last guy to get there to make a tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's going to end up bad. Way to go for Aiden Slack. Logan loves that kid. He is such a talented player. As we approach now 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
And again, Slack's one of the ones, he's 3-sport athlete, 3-sport star. Again, baseball, probably his best sport, and we haven't had a chance to see him at the high school level yet. But those.
Cameron Allred has checked in. Here comes Fluffy.
So it'll be interesting if we get that later on in the spring with a lot of that young talent for Logan. It's on 2nd and 13. They give it off to Josh Moody off the right side. He barrels into the line and falls forward for about a yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and that big front of Logan, you saw Hunter White. He's a senior. He's a big hoss down there. They got Cameron Allred down there. And it takes a couple of guys to block, guys that size. Those are some big hosses down there in the trenches. And, man, they're not able to get Moody going so far. The edge has not been there for him. And I think they're going to have to go back to either Plumlee here or maybe even try to go back to Fry, because the hard-nosed running has been more their speed here for this ball game.
Minute 17 to go in the first. No score between Logan and man as Harless back to throw under pressure immediately. Gets away from it. Fires down the right sideline. Has a man out there. Caught by Fry at the 10. The 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Hillbillies as Harless able to escape pressure and heaves it to Fry for a 44-yard strike.
That was a nice throw by Harless because he was under pressure. I think Logan thought they were going to get him sacked again. This time, Fry gets loose on the edge. Great closing speed by the corner to get there and put up a contest, but Harless just put that ball right on the money. There's no other person that could have made a play on it but Fry. So great throw from Harless.
It looked like it was Burgess that broke through immediately and had pressure on Harless.
Yeah, if Harless hadn't have moved his feet a little bit, that throw wouldn't have happened.
So now minute 5 to go in the first quarter, and man has struck first. Is on for the extra point now will be Jackson Tipton. As they snap it back, good hold, kick, a line drive, and that's going to miss off to the left, no good. So 1:05 to go here in the first quarter. It's the Hillbillies that strike first. They lead it 6-0 here from Logan. As you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
For your next vehicle, shop Thornhill Mitsubishi. Value, confidence, fast and easy credit acceptance, and total support with our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every new Mitsubishi. No matter what lies on the road ahead, Thornhill is here for you.
Tipton kicks it down towards the left sideline. That's going to stay in bounds. Logan has to chase it down. Slack picks it up at about the 13. Tries to get back upfield, but he's not going to get very far as he gets to the 20 and tackled there. It looked like it was going out of bounds first, Nathan, but it just rolled back inside and stayed in bounds.
That ball had some kind of English on it, didn't it? It had a spin on top, and Slack made the right play. It's like, hey, let this ball get out of bounds. And he did that. You know, believe it or not, Chris, with the way that ball landed, Slack could have actually put his foot out of bounds and picked the ball up, and that would have been a penalty. That's an old trick there in case seriously, I've seen it. I've seen it happen before. If your ear body's out of bounds and you touch the ball, that is considered a penalty on the kicking team.
That's how Nathan prevented himself from returning kicks back in midget league.
Lord, do you think I was on the field?
Me and you got good looks at the sideline.
Oh, man, look, that's how I can recognize formations. I'm so used to seeing them from the side.
As Logan opens up, trailing 6-0 now on their fourth possession. They give it off on an inside handoff to Goldie, but he only gets upfield for maybe a yard, tackled there after a quick burst.
I like handing Goldie the ball there on first down. See if there's anything there. You've had the offense spread out for a while here. Try and just pick up something on the inside. See if there's anything there. Man, Hillbillies, though, great job on defense stopping the run.
As we're down to 35 seconds left in the first quarter.
Likely one more play here.
As Hayes will send three receivers up top, one to the bottom. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Hayes drops to throw under pressure, steps up. He's hit, and he's going to go down back inside the 15 on the play. As coming in and making the sack on the play was Evan Mullins, the senior. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play as Man takes the lead late on a 44-yard touchdown pass from Harless to Fry. And it'll be 6-0 heading into the second 12 minutes of action. You're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video production.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
When it comes to uncertain financial times, United Bank has a very unique perspective. Seasons may change, but United Bank is always a constant, providing you safety, security, and sound decision-making. That's the reason we've been in business since 1839. Safe, sound, secure. It's the hallmark of our success. United Bank, at your service.
From Willis Nesbitt Stadium in Logan, West Virginia, Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Nathan Bush. It's Robbie Mounts, our cameraman on video productions. Butch Mounts, our engineer. And Terry Bucklew, our engineer back in the WVOW studios as Logan opens up 3rd and 16 here. And Nathan, Logan has been going backwards on most of their possessions here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they really have, Chris, and they got to come up with something here to try to pick up a first down. I mean, they've picked up one first down in the whole game. Got to get that offense moving. Got to get some points on the board. If you're going to be in a defensive struggle, Man is not the team you want to play in that kind of ball game. That's right up their alley.
Now Hayes gets in the line. Logan going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial as he'll drop. He's at deep downfield, has a man out there and almost intercepted as Moody had his hands on it and couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, and that one was more just throw over the middle, see if Townsend can get there, but Moody read the play well and was waiting on it. And honestly, Moody not catching that may have been the best thing because that's going to be a tough punt from Slack, who, again, going to be over in the shadow of his own end zone, punting from my old home room over there. Miss Butcher's homeroom. Hello, Miss Butcher, if you're listening.
I was going to say, we've been on the opposite ends of the schools here in the first half.
We were over there with Jack Bailey earlier. Now we're down here with Miss Butcher.
So now Slack stands inside his own 5-yard line. Second time he's been pinned back this deep, trying to punt it away. He puts his foot into it. Looked like he shanked it a little, but gets it upfield anyway. And it finally dies across the 45, hops sideways, and down there by Logan at about the 47-yard line, as hopping on top of it for the Wildcats was Justin Collins.
A good field position for the Hillbillies to start this drive. Want to take a second while we're changing fields to wish my little boy a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cade. It's not till Saturday, but I figure I'll wish him a happy birthday anyway.
Again, happy second birthday.
Yeah. Be driving in no time.
I'm going to say you'll be having a gray beard and everything before long.
Too late, brother. I'm already there.
But again, it's good your little boy's having such a good time. It's been nice seeing him grow up so far. Now here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 for Man from the Logan 47-yard line. 11:44 to go in the first half. Man leads it 6-0 as they give it off right side, plowing into the line inside the 45 down to about the 44-yard line goes Grimmett for a gain of 3.
And, Logan's done a great job tonight really stopping the run. That's been what Man's bread and butter has been. They got beat on one pass play, and that's really the difference in this ball game right now, Chris. Neither team has really moved the ball on offense effectively.
And they both left their receivers in one-on-one coverage, basically daring each other to throw the ball, and Man was able to capitalize.
Yeah, and you see it here, Logan again. They've got the forefront and they got the 3 linebackers. They're just lining up in single coverage. They're saying, hey, man, if you're going to throw it. See if you can beat us.
Now they'll send Moody in motion. They'll give it to him out of the shotgun, trying to get to the sideline. Stiff arms a man, but he can't get to the markers as he's going to go down at about the 41 of Logan, a gain of 2.
Moody's got a great stiff arm. My goodness. He can push you right in the helmet there, and next thing you know, you're down, and he's about 10 yards past you. So he's going to be a great runner for Man as the years go on. I'm going to be interested to see him in about 2 years, what he is for this Man Hillbilly squad.
Yes, that he's a kid that has just a lot of promise. We saw that.
Him and his brother, really.
Yeah. And, I mean, they both grew up with a lot of the talent that Logan has on their side of the ball, too. So they've seen each other for a long time, probably since Pop Warner. So now they get to the line, 3rd down and 4 from the Logan 41. They give it to Grimmett up ahead. He breaks out of a tackle. He's free inside the 35 to 30 and tripped up by Goldie at about the 24-yard line. A gain of 17 on the carry for Grimmett, and what a burst from him.
Yeah. Logan had a man there to make the stop. Grimmett just lowered the shoulder and kept going, and that's the hard-nosed style running of Eric Grimmett. If he gets the ball, it's going to take at least 1 to 2 really big guys to bring him down. He is just a no-nonsense runner. He don't run side to side. He runs straight ahead.
And he's just one that he loves contact, as we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
15 tackles last week, 17 against Mingo. He's in double digits in tackles every week.
Every week he's a big tackler, and he gets running the ball north and south. He's hard to stop.
Now 1st and 10 from the Logan 23. They fake it, give it to Fry, trying to get in and around, and he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to lose maybe 4 yards. His great job breaking through that time and making the stop by Justin Collins.
Yeah, Collins did a good job getting back there, and he read the play. Little trickery. Really liked the play call from Man there. You don't see too many trick plays from them. And that's probably why Harvey Arms is sitting there going, well, that's why you don't, right there. But Logan did a really good job reading that play and getting into the backfield and disrupting things.
Yeah, Fry had 12 carries for 63 yards against Herbert Hoover last week.
That was a barn burner of a ball game there early on, Chris. I thought Man played really, really well. It's just Herbert Hoover just pulled away there towards the end.
They're going to say it's a loss of about 2.5 as they gave him a little bit more progress. So 2nd down and 13, they give it to Moody. Tries to get outside, tripped up, and falls out of bounds after a short gain. May get it down close to the 20-yard line here, so they'll actually give him progress to the 20, so that'll be a gain of about 5, close to 6.
Yeah, they're looking about 3rd and 8 with just under 9 minutes remaining here in the second half.
Second quarter.
I've only been doing this how long now? It's my third year. Actually, today makes 3 years I've worked at WVOW, believe it or not.
Hey, congratulations. Your
Yeah.
son turns 2. You turn 3 today.
Hey, there you go.
I'd say he's about up to your age of maturity already, though.
I'd say Terry's probably like, yeah, it's 3 years too long, too. But
yeah, I survived 15. They haven't shown me the door just yet. But so here on 3rd and 7, they hand it off to Fry on the inside handoff, but Logan bottles it up, and that's going to be for no gain, but 4-down territory here for the Hillbillies.
Yeah, absolutely 4-down territory. Now what do you dial up? They wanted to use Fry, I think, to give him more room to work on 4th down, try to pick up that yardage, maybe gain 3 or 4, but he didn't get anything. So now do you drop back and throw with Harless? Do you roll him out? Do you run Moody? Do you try to go back to Grimmett, who was effective? I mean, this is a big play here, especially for that Logan defense.
4th and 7 from the Logan 20-yard line. 8:20 to go here in the first half. Under center is Harless. He'll drop the throw. Logan bringing pressure. He rolls out, looking downfield. He fires at the last minute. Incomplete. Short of his intended man as he tried to find, it looked like Jaden Moody in the back of the end zone, but good coverage that time by the Wildcats, and they'll force a turnover on down.
Good coverage, and I think there was a good rush there from Logan. Logan's done a good job of getting at Harless and forcing him to throw the ball off balance and to make the throw quicker than what he wants to. He's not getting comfortable in the pocket or running. So Logan's doing a good job there and good coverage downfield. Harless couldn't even get the ball there. And now Logan gets to take the ball over and see what they can do from here.
Again, this is a gutty Logan team. They've lost some players over the last couple of weeks down to about 31 on the roster. So you're talking about Iron Man football. Logan is definitely playing that.
Well, they're just excited to have another game. This is just their 3rd game of the year.
They'll line it up here. Hayes in the shotgun from his own 20. He'll take it himself up the middle, but nowhere to go as he's thrown backwards on the play for a loss as Colton Fry, the 6'1", 278-pound senior, able to drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, the design quarterback run just did not work that time. His man sold out for it, and Hayes he's had that one run that really got going, but he's really struggled here in this quarter. They're going to have to find something else because right now the offense just isn't working.
Yeah, so right now it appears that Mann has read their playbook as they have continued to drop Logan for loss after loss. It is now 2nd and 12. Hayes back to throw again. Steps up in the pocket, under pressure, fires into the flat, off the hands of his intended receivers. He tried to find Carson Kirk, but that'll be incomplete and bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, and Kirk, you can tell he's upset because he thinks he should have caught that one. It was behind him. It's a difficult catch, but Kirk really wanted that one. If he would have got it, that would have been a nice gain. So there are some passing lanes there if you can get some guys in one-on-one coverage open, because Mann is not going to play you in a zone. They're going to drop back and dare you to throw on them. So if you're Logan, you may want to look to that. Just got to get some protection for Hayes.
7:29 to go in the second quarter. 6-0 Man leads it. 3rd and 12 for Logan. As dropping back as Hayes steps up. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down again. Sacked for the 3rd time in this half as the Man Hillbillies continue to bring the pressure, as several of them surrounded him that time. Looked like Colton Fry got the initial hit.
Yeah, they're sending 5 or 6 on every down, Chris. They're just not giving Hayes enough time to even set his feet or the receivers to even run their routes. They're in his grill before Hayes can even go through his progressions, and it's really hard to do that at quarterback if you're running for your life. Sam Darnold comes to mind on Sundays.
Joe Burrow.
Burrow's got it better than Darnold.
I don't know, O-line wise.
I will take the Bengals over the Jets every day.
Boy, this is talking about a tough comparison as Hayes, Aiden Slack will get his right foot into it.
He got a nice roll there.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to die at about the 30, but able to get it to roll back across the 40 to the 41.
About a 40-yard punt there from Slack with 6:39 to go in the half. And, if you're Logan, with the way you haven't been able to move the ball very much in the first half, you've got to be thrilled right now that it's only 6-0, because Man has started in your end more times than you've even seen their end.
Yeah.
So if you're Logan, you got to be happy with the way your defense is playing right now.
I believe it's the 3rd time that Man has started in Logan territory.
Yeah, I don't even think Logan has been in Man territory this evening.
And I think Terry Mullins as well as Evan Mullins may have been in on that last sack for Man. As here come the Hillbillies to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the Logan 41, 6:39 to go here in the first half. 6-0 Hillbillies lead as they give it to Grimmett. He finds opening inside the 30, 25-20, and a foot race to the corner, and Grimmett will win it. Touchdown Hillbillies, a 41-yard scamper, and man has now opened up a 12-0 lead with 6:31 left in the second quarter.
And you knew they were going to go back to Grimmett eventually, and that's who they found, and he had a first run that was really nice, and that one there for a touchdown. So Grimmett, hard to bring down, loves contact, a yard after the tackle, yard after hit kind of guy. So let's see now what Grimmett can do, or what man can do here on the extra point attempt.
And again, Logan's defense is held and held and held.
They really have. They've done a good job. I mean, the fact they've only given up 12 points so far, Chris, I got to tip my hat to Logan's defense. They've done a nice job here in this ball game.
It just feels like the dam might be ready to break if Logan's offense can't get something going here near the end of the half. As they'll line up and go for two after they missed the extra point earlier. As under center, Harless will hand it off to Josh Moody. He's upended, and I don't think he got there.
Ooh, that's close.
No, he is short. Good stop by the Wildcats on the two-pointer as Moody took a big hit, and the lead stands at 12-0 for man. As we head to break, 6:31 left in the first half. Hillbillies lead it on 2 touchdowns, 12-0. You're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
When Americans needed a car that worked harder than a car, we built them a truck. And they used our trucks to build interstates and industries and communities, livelihoods and neighborhoods. Americans needed vehicles worthy of who they are and what they can do. So, we built them a truck.
Welcome back, everybody. Man leads Logan 12-0 with 6:31 left here in the first half. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you on this Wednesday night. And again, Man will have quick turnaround and play their other county rival on Friday night as they run a reverse here off of this, as Kirk will get it at the 20 across the 25 to 30, fighting his way forward, still trying to find a crease, and will go down at the 35.
Did he ever go down? I don't think he ever actually did. I think they called forward progress there. That was close, but Chris, Logan's got to get an answer here. They got to get some points on the board before the end of the half. 6:22 to go here in the second quarter, as I couldn't really see the clock for the goalpost there, but 6:22 here to go in the second quarter. See what Logan can come up with, and got to try something here, Chris. It's just the offense has just been stagnant here this whole first half. They got to dial something up. Use a trick play. There's got to be something in your playbook for when nothing just seems to be going right.
He gets the signals from the sideline as Hayes lines everyone up. Again, Logan going right to left with Man going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial. As Hayes will fake the handoff, takes it to the outside, and again not going to get anywhere as he's going to lose yardage once more, as that'll be a loss of 3. And something that we're not trying to go ahead and start making excuses already. But again, Logan's been quarantined for a couple of weeks. It's been very difficult for them to get any work
Yeah,
in.
I mean, reps are important.
Yeah.
Reps are absolutely important. And I'm not taking anything away from this man defense. This man defense is
absolutely
very good. They are very good, especially when you're trying to get out and run the ball against them. It's very hard. Look at how close they're playing to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they are stacked in like it's a goal line play right now as it's 2nd and 14. Hayes fires a slant, intercepted by Eric Grimmett. Grimmett at the 35, looking for blocking ahead. He has it inside the 20. He's got a convoy to the 10, to the 5. He's brought down, and he's down at the 1-yard line.
Well, Logan was able to get a stop inside the 1, but what a play by Grimmett. And it was actually the right call from Logan. The line stepped up and did well. It's just Grimmett read the play.
It's 12-0, and Man looking for more here. As Grimmett nearly had his second touchdown of the game. He had a 41-yard run a moment ago, and there almost had a 35-yard interception return.
Grimmett's going to be asking for that one on his stat sheet later, but that was an excellent play by Grimmett. He just read the quarterback's eyes. The slant was there. That was a great play call. Slant was there. Grimmett just dropped back in coverage instead of blitzing and read Hayes, and Hayes threw it right to him.
That was just a good disguised coverage there.
It
by
really
the
was,
Hillbillies.
because I thought they were sending everybody. But they didn't. They dropped Grimmett, and he just read it very well.
Well, now they look for the payoff here as they give it straight ahead to Plumlee, and Plumlee plows his way in off the right side as man has now taken an 18-0 lead with 5:40 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and that was just Eric Grimmett's going to tell Nick Plumlee, you got that touchdown, but that should have been mine. So, you remember the old fantasy football commercial? They said Mike Allstott was a touchdown thief. So that's kind of what they're going to say about Nick Plumlee here.
Yeah, he had a big number of touchdowns last year. I think he led them at one point, and a lot of it was on runs like this.
Yeah, he's their goal line back. You just hand it to him and just let him fall forward, and he's going to get it. Plumlee, nice run there from him to get there because everybody knew where that ball was going.
Now, man trying to convert their first extra point attempts. They'll go for two again. Harless will roll out near side, under pressure, still under pressure, tries to break free. Now he fires back to the end zone, and he finds a man. And I believe it's Nick Plumlee again who makes the grab, or is it Fry? Yes, it's Fry.
Fry makes that catch. That's a nice catch there from Fry. He was just standing there in the back of the end zone. And that was a big catch there, and man goes up 20-0 with 5:40 to go.
We'll be back after this. You're listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Kickoff will run slack back to the 15, Kirk, as Kirk will take it across the 20, the 25, gets out of the 30, and finally dragged down at about the 35-yard line. Nice return by him, as now Logan looking to try and muster up an offensive drive here as they trail it 20-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Chris. This is must-have here. You got to score here. You got to come up with something. I mean, you've had no answers recently. Your defense has done a great job early in the game, but now it's just you're having a hard time getting anything going, and Logan's got to come up with a first down here. Like, I'm not even going to say score. They need to get a first down and build on it. That's what Logan has to do. They have to build on this first down if they can get it.
And Logan only has one first down in the game. That was the 13-yard run that Jordan Hayes had. Right now, Logan trying to find positive yardage, as every time they've gone back, it seems to have been a loss thus far in the last couple of drives. As Hayes will take the snap in the shotgun, rolls near side, trying to get there, but again he's going to go down for a loss as Cameron Fry got to him, and he takes a big hit from Grimmett on the back end of it, and Hayes appears to be down after that hit that Grimmett leveled on him.
Yeah, Grimmett hit him hard, and Hayes he's staggering up a little bit there. He seems to be okay.
Again, they're in Logan players.
Doesn't look like it, actually. He's going to have to come out. No, Hayes says he's staying in.
Yeah, Logan players were waving to the sideline for someone to come and get him.
It's a tough young man, but I don't know if he's still in, so.
Yeah, it's one of those, you have to tell your players sometimes, you don't have to be brave in this spot.
You don't have to. I mean,
and hopefully he is okay here, but he loses 7 yards on that carry back to the 30.
I'm surprised Logan hasn't. Yeah, Logan calling a timeout here. They got to.
Yeah, he's still limping around over there. Good timeout by Jimmy Shepard. Again, he wants to make sure his quarterback's okay, and if not, get someone else in for him.
I would take him out for at least a play, just to check on him. You don't want him out there. You want the heart. I admire the heart that Hayes is showing, but you don't want to come out of here and get hurt. Yeah, I know you're playing. I know you're into it, but you don't want to, injure yourself for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and he took an awkward hit there because Fry had him kind of bent or doubled over trying to bring him to the ground, and then it looked like coming in from the side, Grimmett got him in his hip.
Yeah.
And at full speed from Eric Grimmett, you're going to feel that.
And running east and west on man's defense, Chris, I'll say it again, they cover side to side so well, and it's not going to be there. You're not going to be able to run side to side on man. You're going to have to go north and south. You got to run up and down, because if you're going to try and get an edge on them, they're going to be there. They're just that quick and that good.
And I'll tell you what, if you're James Barker and company watching this game right now, you got to be looking at the speed of this man defense, and he's going to be taking some copious notes right now, I imagine.
He probably has enough notes in front of him right now. It looks like War and Peace.
Yeah, because he's going to have to take on this Hillbilly defense on Friday night down in Chapmanville.
We will be there for that one.
So here we go back to action. Hayes still in, so appears to be okay to go back as he'll drop back to throw on 2nd and 17. Rolls out far side, fires towards the sideline, and incomplete as a man broke open over there for a moment, but unable to find him, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, and he had a good look at it and just missed it by probably a couple inches there. He could have brought it back over and gave his man a chance. That one just sailed out of bounds. Good coverage from man for the most part, but he was open. I couldn't see who that was on the other side. It might have been Townsend. He was open. He had a look. So let's see what Logan dials up here on 3rd and long.
Again, Hayes has thrown 2 interceptions in this game thus far. One of them was in this situation earlier. He'll give it off on the quick sweep to Kirk. He finds a crease, gets inside the 35, tries to cut back across field, but grabbed and brought down at the 36-yard line. Good open field tackle to bring up 4th and 10.
That was a good game by Carson Kirk, but you got to bring on the punting unit again, I think, here, Chris. You don't want to give it back to man right here. I don't know. Offense is still out there, though.
Yeah, the offense not.
This would have been a good time to run slack on a fake. I think you might have got him here if you fake slack, but Logan's going for it.
So it'll be 4th and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
You're not going to get man to bite. Man's very disciplined up front in terms of.
So now the play clock runs, but time called here as they're going to reset it. So they'll set it at 25. 3:43 to go in the first half. 20-0. Man leads it, and Logan now feeling like this is an Alamo moment for them here in the first half, as Hayes looks like he will run a play, but now tried to get man to jump, and they won't.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there was no play called there, honestly. They're trying to get a free 5.
So man will hold their water.
Yeah, I think Coach Shepard's going to call timeout. He's going to let this clock run down to 1 and call time, and he does.
So 3:17 to go here in the first half as Logan uses their second timeout. Man also has used 2 timeouts, so 1 remaining on each end. And man will have an opportunity to go down and try and open this up with a 4-score lead before intermission.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Chris, I believe man gets the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, they do.
So it's a big decision here. Again, maybe, I don't know if you want to try slack on a fake here. There's a possibility that it could happen, but
they ran that several times last year.
Yes, they did. I mean, they've got room here to make it. He gets a step on you. He's slippery. That's for him, that's for sure.
And thus far tonight, he hasn't had many opportunities. Whenever he has, man has been there to make sure he can't break free.
Not many tonight for Logan have had opportunities. That man defense has just done a great job.
Slack will come out here to punt it away as he'll stand at his own 21-yard line. Moody and Fry back deep to try and receive for the Hillbillies. As Fry will move up a few more yards. I like this move by the Hillbillies. They've let the last couple roll and take a good hop.
Yeah.
So Fry's going to cheat up a little here. They come free and almost block the punt. But Slack gets a good one away back to the 32. Moody grabs it. He's on the run across the 45, the 50, and brought down in Logan territory at the 49-yard line.
Yes. Moody is so fast. My goodness. He gets a step, and he's just gone. That's just how Moody is. He's probably the fastest of the Moody brothers that are out there. And I don't mean that as a disservice to Jalen or Quentin. They're both incredibly fast, but Josh Moody is so quick.
Yeah, last year as a freshman, he had 60 carries for 489 yards and 10 touchdowns to lead the team.
I would have liked to have seen that Point Pleasant game if he and Canterbury could have stayed healthy, because I think they really could have gave Point Pleasant a run there in that ball game.
And again, them going down and basically the second and third drive of that game just completely shut that down for the Hillbillies almost immediately. But now here they are on Logan's side of the 50 again as they hand it off up the middle for Grimmett. He's going to get brought down back at the 50 for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Logan's like, we're not letting Grimmett score on us again. And they drop back there and let Grimmett. He loses a yard. They threw everybody at him that time. And now Harless, talking to Coach Arms, there's 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I have to catch myself from saying second half. Goodness.
As we're down to 2:33 to go on the clock, 15 on the play clock, as man now will come to the line of scrimmage, and man will probably bleed this down and make sure that this is the last possession of the half, or at least close to it. As Harless in the pistol, Grimmett behind him, fakes it to him, fakes the handoff to Fry. Now he'll go deep downfield. Justin Grimmett out there, and he makes the grab inside the 20, and he's brought down at the 19 as Colton Goldie was with him, but Justin Grimmett makes a 32-yard catch.
Yeah, and that was a great coverage from Goldie, but Grimmett just made an athletic grab. Nice play call there from Coach Arms. Fakes the reverse, which Logan thought they had snuffed out there, and instead go with the pass from Harless down the field. Great execution. And now they're back inside the red zone, are the Hillbillies.
And Justin Grimmett has been an unsung hero for this season. Again, he had 2 catches for 40 yards and a 20-yard touchdown against Mingo. Last week had a monster game, had 4 catches for 113 yards and a touchdown and 12 tackles. So now under 2 minutes to go in the half. They give it off to Josh Moody. He tries to get to the outside, now cuts back in, spins away from a man as a flag comes down.
Oh!
And that'll be a gain of 6 if it holds, but let's see where the flag is.
Flag in the area of a hold, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's about only the second flag we've had in this game. A relatively clean ball game so far.
Well, here comes the laundry. Nathan said it now.
Oh, goodness.
What was the last week's game you said that, and about immediately we had 7 flags and 8 plays?
Well, you know. I never learn, you know me.
That's okay. I've done my fair share of jinxing as well.
I'll never talk about a kicker.
Yes,
that's just the dreaded kicker curse.
Yeah, my jinxing usually comes in free throws in basketball season.
Yeah, that's normally when you that's when you shine is in basketball.
Yeah, everybody's good at something. Nathan.
Yes, of course. Put that on your resume.
It'll be 1st and 22 now for man, back at the Logan 30. Clock ticking down to a minute and a half to go in the half as Harless sets up the screen. They incomplete as it was there. Grimmett just couldn't haul it in.
If Grimmett would have caught that, he had pay dirt for days. They sent everybody back and out on Logan in man coverage, and they were covering the receivers that all ran downfield. There was one guy who was covering Grimmett, and the lineman had him blocked and taken care of. Grimmett would have had a lot of daylight there.
Again, both teams with 1 timeout remaining.
And with 1:26 to go.
Again, man in prime position right now, but yardage is their enemy is at 2nd and 22 from the Logan 30. Harless in the shotgun, drops to throw, looking downfield, looking for Grimmett on the post pattern, and over his head, incomplete. As Grimmett kind of stopped running there for a moment, and Harless ended up overshooting him.
Yeah, Harless tried to lead him there, but Grimmett, as you said, Chris, kind of quit on the route for a second and tried to turn it back on. Grimmett would have finished it, ran that full route. I think he would have had a touchdown because Harless had it pretty much right on the money.
Now you bring up 3rd down and 22 for the Hillbillies with 1:20 to go in the second quarter.
I mean, if it's me, Chris, I'd hand it off here. I'd try to maybe a draw play, something to make Logan, because obviously Logan thinks you're going to throw here. Why not hand it off to Grimmett again, see what you can get with him. He's been the horse in this one so far. Hand it off, see what's there.
Logan now showing blitz. They fake it to both men. Now Harless looking downfield. Oh, we have Fry all
Fry
alone.
was wide
now he
open.
throws downfield to Grimmett, and Grimmett, does he make the grab inbounds? Yes, he does. They will run the clock. But, yeah, if he would have looked back across the field, Fry, no one followed him to the far side. He would have been able to walk in.
Yeah, Fry was wide open there, but he was having to run to his right, so you don't want to throw that ball back across your shoulder. And now it's 4th down. Logan can still get a stop here with under a minute to go.
That was a nice gain, though, of 18 on the play.
It was.
So we'll bring up 4th down and 4 from the Logan 12. They'll hand it off up ahead to Grimmett. He gets inside the 10, and he'll have enough for the first down to the 5 with 40 seconds left.
Now they got to call timeout.
And looks like they're going to keep going here. Again, they still got the one timeout in their back pocket. There's 40 seconds still here. So,
okay, I couldn't tell where they had spotted the ball. Okay, so they've spotted the ball. Referee winding the clock. The clock, there it goes.
Now they'll pitch it back to Moody. Moody cuts inside. He gets somersaulted inside the 5. Did the ball come out?
If the ball came out, that would
well, it looks like man got it as Grimmett got it.
Harvey Arms and man.
So now the clock stops with 25.8 seconds left in the half, and man has burned their final timeout.
If you're Logan, Logan, you know, is dying to get a stop here. They get a stop here, and keeps it a 3-score game, still manageable. Just got to come up with something at halftime here. But if man goes up 4 scores, that is going to be a tough hill to climb.
So now on 2nd and goal from the 4. Is there a flag laying on the field? Looks like there's a flag at the 6-yard line.
It looks like a flag, and they said what it is.
And it looks like it's going to be against the Hillbillies. They're marching backwards here, and this is going to be, it looks like a hold against man, and they'll bring them back to the 15.
Wow. Okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so that must have been on top of the bodies or
maybe
late coming in.
I don't know. I didn't see it, but
Harvey Arms not happy about it.
I wouldn't be either. I believe they call. They're saying a hold.
Here we go, 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Well, and man may actually get their timeout back here, and they do, so they'll still have 1 remaining as Harless drops to throw. Looking downfield, steps into the throw, short of his man as he tried to find Grimmett, it appeared.
That one bounced in there.
Yeah, so Justin Grimmett tried to come up and make the grab, but it hopped into him, so that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 15 with 16.8 seconds left.
Let's see what the Hillbillies dial up here. This has been a confusing past couple of plays.
So 20-0 man leads it. And now does man burn their final timeout here?
Now they do. Now they'll take the timeout. The timeout that they took, that they got back, they're taking it.
Yeah, so
follow me?
Yeah, and they were allowed to get that back because the holding penalty would have stopped things a little bit for them anyway there.
Yes.
So they successfully were able to get that back. But now, again, 3rd and goal from the 15. You can't complete anything in the field of play or else the half's going to run out.
Would it be 2nd and goal now?
Okay, so it is 2nd and goal.
Yes, because the holding call brought the ball back and they replayed first down. So now it's 2nd and goal.
And we're all catching up here.
If you're just joining us, welcome aboard.
And again, that holding call ended up throwing everything.
Well,
into
I didn't even. You saw the flag. I thought it looked like a Dollar General bag. I didn't know it was even there. I was just like, oh, there's a flag. I couldn't tell.
Someone leave their bananas out there?
Yeah, for real. I couldn't see it.
And so man could get 2, possibly 3 cracks at it here, but it's got to be to the end zone or the sideline now.
Yeah, no timeouts, and the ball, as you said, it's goal here, so they can't pick up a first down, so the clock will not stop unless out of bounds or incomplete.
We got 3 receivers to the bottom as Harless will roll that way, looking, runs out of time, runs out of real estate, gets rid of it, and will they give him credit for an incompletion? Yes, they will. So it'll be incomplete with 6.6 seconds showing on the clock, and they'll have time for 1 more play.
Yeah, this is the old heave coming here.
Again, Logan with good coverage on that play.
Yeah, that was more of a coverage incompletion there than just a bad pass because Logan was all over the place.
So no timeouts for man. Logan has 1 remaining here if they so choose to use it.
They're going to kick a field goal.
They're going to send Tipton out here.
We talked about him. He's a good kicker. This has got a chance here.
This will be from 32 yards out. I don't even know if man's attempted a field goal yet this year.
I don't think they have. That's what's.
Yeah, I think they're saying 8 seconds on the clock.
8 seconds on the clock. They're resetting.
So Tipton will get an opportunity here from 32. Slack will move back and attempt here.
Now, Chris, he's got leg. I know that.
Well, let's see how much he's got here. As this will be an attempt to push this to a 23-0 game. Snap is down, good hold, kick is up, and he drills it from 32 yards out. As Tipton celebrates like he won the Super Bowl, and you know what? I would too if I just made that.
Wow, he had that from 35. Easy.
That was a nice boot from him. Again, he missed his extra point attempt off to the left on a line drive earlier, but that looked good on Sundays.
Yeah, I mean, he could have, maybe 40. Honestly, that was a nice kick. And that's something we don't see very often, in this part of the state. You don't see a lot of kickers that really, can do that.
And man celebrating so much they about forgot to get the tee out.
Yeah. That was, let me find something out here. Go ahead, Chris.
And so again, 32-yard field goal by Tipton. Yeah. Nick Booth did end up confirming for us.
That is his first field goal of the season. That was a nice one too. I'm telling you, he had room from 40.
Yeah, famous helmet maker Nick Booth able to give us the info on that.
Lord.
Those things look awesome.
They do.
They really do. He's doing an awesome job with those.
They do. He's upcharging about 35-40%, but I'm kidding. They do look sharp.
I love when I see those posted on Facebook. He's done a nice little business for himself there as they squib it upfield, and Logan quickly goes down with it at the 30-yard line as Townsend hits the deck. So they'll have time for a play here if they so choose to run one.
Well, you got any schoolyard stuff you can run here?
I guess we're going to
Middleburg Island Miracle. Yeah, one of those kind of plays here. You got one of those dialed up?
So let's see if Logan attempts to run
the band on the field? If we're going back in time.
They might be at halftime here now. So Hayes will line it up here, and looks like Logan will try and run a play.
Oh, you don't have much to lose here. Maybe try a couple of laterals, something.
So he'll have 5 receivers spread out here. No backs in the backfield. As Kirk comes in motion, he'll pitch it to Kirk. Kirk will take it off the right side as time expires. Gets upfield across the 35 and goes down after about a 9-yard gain. And that will do it for the first half of action as the Man Hillbillies open up a 23-0 lead as we head to intermission here in this county rivalry contest. Well, Nathan and I will step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the first half of action here from Middleburg Island as you are listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
I'm Rupie Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupie Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupie Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupie Phillips, for state senate.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't for sure.
$23 to nothing. Logan trails man here at the half. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me Nathan Bush, Robbie Mounts, our cameraman on video productions, Butch Mounts, our engineer on video productions, and Terry Bucklew back in the WVOW studios engineering tonight for us on the radio. And thus far here in the first half, Nathan, again, we had a defensive struggle for about the first 11 minutes of the game. Then man started to break things open, and Logan's offense still trying to find its footing out here.
Yeah, I believe the Kirk first down there at the end of the half, that would be Logan's second first down of the game. So Logan really struggling offensively, and we knew that man's defense was really good, Chris. It was just going to come down to, could Logan's defense stop man's offense? And they did a great job for the most part, but, interception from Hayes, there it is.
Harless.
An interception from Hayes.
Okay, Hayes threw the interception.
Yes,
okay.
And Harless picked it up. Again, boy, we're doing a great job, aren't we? But no, Hayes threw the interception, the Harless picked up, and it seemed like from there on, man had the momentum, and they've really not let up here. And then, man, how about that 32-yard field goal there at the end of the first half? And whew, that could have been good from 40. What a kick. So, I mean, man, it's been all man so far tonight. Logan's got to come out and see if they can change some things up at halftime, maybe try some different plays. Maybe they got something, that they haven't practiced as much. Now's as good a time as any to try it out. So, I mean, right now it's just not working for the Wildcats, unfortunately.
Again, it's 23 to nothing here at the half. Nathan and I will step aside for a 2-minute break and be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Good Lord.
Is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
I'm Rupie Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupie Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupie Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupie Phillips, for state senate.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You'll get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign. And tell them Hugs sent you.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier.
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Alongside me, Nathan Bush, as the Hillbillies scored with 1:05 to go in the first quarter and then scored 17 unanswered in the second quarter as well, and they'll get the ball to start the third quarter. And so right now momentum's just running downhill for the Hillbillies, and they've been doing it a lot on the strength of the mixture of their running and passing game. And I said they haven't used Cameron Fry as much in the running game tonight, but he's been pretty significant in the passing game, catching a two-pointer and making a long catch as well. And he's been mixing it around a lot. You've seen Justin Grimmett, Eric Grimmett getting in. So man's doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Yeah, they really are. And Eric Grimmett running the ball has really been the key factor for the Hillbillies, especially in that second quarter. Harless has had some good throws, putting it to where only his men can get their hands on it. He's done a nice job. Fry, what can you say about him? He does everything. I mean, he carries the ball, he'll tackle, he'll block. He does it all, Cameron Fry does. So this man team very balanced. Josh Moody, they gave the ball to him quite a bit in the first quarter. He couldn't really get going. Logan was kind of there against him. They weren't going to let him beat him. But the man team's done a nice job all around so far. Oh, big congratulations before we talk about the game a little more. Big congratulations to our guy, Joe Mounts, accepted into nursing school.
Hey.
Got that acceptance letter for Joe, so congratulations, Joe.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
Man. We know he's been working hard.
I'm glad I didn't take that bet you offered me. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. No, congratulations, Joe. I'm sure Butch and everyone's proud, so way to go.
Butch said, thank God.
But, yeah, so that's great news for him, and we're looking forward to what he can do later on for us here from nursing school. That's awesome. So,
again, right now it's 23-0 in favor of the Hillbillies here at the half. We'll be back right after this 2-minute timeout as you are listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Sweet Jesus, what do you say?
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
I'm Rupie Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupie Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupie Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupie Phillips, for state senate.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You'll get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign. And tell them Hugs sent you.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier.
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
23-0, man leads it here at the half over the Logan Wildcats. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush. It's Logan at 0-2 on the season, playing their first game since October 2nd. Trying to look for their first win, man trying to pick up their second win, get to 2-3 on the year, and see if they can get their way into the single-A state playoffs later on this season. Well, again, Nathan, this man team has to turn right back around and play against Chapmanville on Friday. Some Chapmanville players here, and maybe even some coaches in the crowd, trying to watch and prepare for Friday. But talk about that. I mean, that's going to be a very tough turnaround. I mean, that's tough in basketball, even having just that short rest. But, I mean, for football, I mean, just one day to prepare after that, I mean, that's got to put a lot of pressure on Harvey Arm's staff.
Absolutely. And I think you'll see, if I'm the man coaching staff, if you can pull away a little bit from Logan here and maybe get that running clock in the fourth quarter, if the game continues the way that it's gone so far, you might see some of those starters come out, and you'll see a lot of the reserves come in and give them a little extra rest. That way they're not having to play, the full game, give them some time to get ready for Friday because, again, Chris, end of the week, we're crowning a county champion.
Yep.
There's going to be a county champion crowned depending on what happens here. If Logan was to win tonight, And then I believe we would end up with a 3-way share, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
I think we did 2 years ago,
Okay.
but unless Chapmanville would beat Man.
Unless Chapmanville would beat Man. So end of the week, we will have a county champion of some sort. So we'll see what happens. If Man beats Logan tonight, then the winner of the Chapmanville Man game will be your county champion this year. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Chapmanville, again, resting up. They've been pulling a lot of those back-to-backs. Not this week, as they're getting ready for Man this Friday. But we're not the only game on Wednesday night. You know, Hump Day Sports is not the only game here in the state. Lincoln is leading Pikeview 33-6. That game being played at Glenville State College as Lincoln leads Pikeview. A lot of big games coming up this week. Robert C. Byrd and North Marion, Fairmont Senior and Elkins, Oak Glen and Frankfort. That's one everybody should have circled in Class AA. That's a big one there.
Yeah.
Lots of big games coming up in Single A as well. Herbert Hoover's playing Doddridge County, Greenbrier West, and Midland Trail.
Herbert Hoover and Doddridge ought to be really good.
Yeah, that should probably be one of the better games of the week, honestly. Lots to see this week. Again, Chapmanville and Man, that's a big one, big rivalry game. Riverview and Mount View's playing this week. How about Riverview? They've played really good this year. They're 4-2.
Yeah.
They could be knocking at a playoff berth depending on what happens with the playoff seedings and how we determine what playoffs are going to be. And so we'll see. I mean, again, there's plenty more to come here this season when it comes to high school football. And I know a lot of people are keeping up with it and trying to – you thought the county map was complicated. Wait till you try to figure out who needs to be in the playoffs this year. That's going to get really interesting.
And also, just like to pass along to everyone, again, we will have the Man Chapmanville game for you on Friday night. Nathan and I will be there for that call.
Indeed we will.
And that'll be on WVOW 101.9 and also on Video Productions. And also, the Scott Soccer Regional will be on Video Productions on Sunday. Again, that's been a very contentious situation. Again, Scott, best team in the state, appears by far. And ranked nationally right now.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that about a Southern West Virginia team whenever soccer got going in the area? But, boy, those kids have really brought it together and worked so hard. And then, obviously, Boone County went back to Orange last week, and a lot of decisions being made on whether or not they would be allowed to continue playing after they knocked Winfield out. And it appears like they're going to be able to get to finish that out. And for them, and I think everyone tested negative whenever they tested, from what I was told. And hopefully they'll be able to get that in and be able to continue their season. And then, if you lose, you lose. That's one thing. But the worst thing in the world is not having that closure as to what could have happened.
Yeah.
So hopefully
we had that with basketball, and that still sets uneasy with me a little bit.
Yeah.
I really missed state tournament basketball this year.
Yeah, that was tough.
Especially with the fact that we had in our area multiple teams that were good enough to get there.
Yeah, because I think a lot of us were really eager to see, David Early potentially get his first crack at the state tournament floor, see if Chapmanville would have three-peated, see if Logan would have been able to knock them out if they would have met somewhere along the lines. So it'll always be one of the biggest what-ifs as far as sports in West Virginia goes.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, it's been nice to try and get some of this back, and, hopefully we wish Scott soccer team best of luck on Sunday, and hopefully they get a chance to compete for a state title.
Yeah, and we'll never hear the end of it from Joe Linville, but I'm kidding. They'll do a great job, and hopefully they get to do that. So good luck to Scott.
Again, we'll step aside for another 2-minute break and be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions. I'll probably still take another.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
I'm Rupie Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupie Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupie Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupie Phillips, for state senate.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as halftime coming to a close. But just going back to the game on Friday with Chapmanville and Man. Again, you talk about Chapmanville and what they've done. They've had to play 3 games in 8 days, picked up a big win against Nitro, 38-28 last Saturday. Really hung with Lincoln County until the final moments of that game. That pick six near the end kind of made that score look a lot wider than what it was. So Chapmanville finally gets a chance to breathe a little bit and get prepared. You know, if you're looking at it from their point of view right now and trying to stack up with this Man team, again, there's going to be a lot of backs and a lot of things that Chapmanville's going to have to adjust for heading into that contest.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got a lot to look at here tonight on our feed. I mean, we've done a lot of man games this year, I know, with video production. So they've given them plenty of looks. We've done quite a few Chapmanville games this year with video productions as well. So there's a lot of film out there on both these squads. It's going to be interesting to see, now that they've got a little time to breathe and maybe get in a couple practices, what they're going to do with Brody Dalton at quarterback, how they're going to stack him up, what they're going to let him do, because he's getting better every game, Chris. He's getting better, and the Chapmanville offense is getting better every game. Will Chapmanville be able to go out against this man defense and put up points is really the question that we're coming down to on Friday. And another one is, can Chapmanville stop the run against these backs? Because these backs from Man, you've got power backs, you've got really strong power backs, and then you got the finesse backs like Josh Moody and guys like that who can get outside the box, make you miss. Chapmanville's a really good team, and I think they've done pretty decently defensively this year, and I think they're a good ball club. Can they stop this Man offense? That'll be a key. And can Chapmanville get it going against the Man defense? That's another key, because to me, Man this year has looked very, very good in the games we've seen them. And Chapmanville has looked good as well, so it's going to be a matter of who comes out with the better game plan, who's going to be able to throw the ball better, who's going to be able to move the ball down the field. That's going to be the key to that game.
Well, again, we're closing in on the start of quarter number 3 here from Willis Nesbitt Stadium here on Middleburg/Hatfield Island as the Man Hillbillies lead the Logan Wildcats 23-0. Nathan and I will be back after this for the start of the second half as you are listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
here from Logan, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as Man leads it 23-0 as we start the third quarter. And Nathan, we got a pretty cool stat from Bill Lusk right before we came back on the air about the field goal that Man made at the end of the first half. Again, they asked Nick Booth next door when was the last time they made a field goal, and he thought it may have been 20 years. And Bill Lusk chimed in immediately. He said the last Man high school field goal made was Derek Ernest, November 20th, 2009 against Fayetteville. Ernest kicked a 26-yard field goal in the fourth quarter of Man's 37-26 win over Fayetteville in the Class A quarterfinals, and I was actually broadcasting that game.
Bill is such a liar. He doesn't know. I'm kidding. Bill is Mr. Man Stats. He knows it all.
Yeah, we joked during break, said it would be funny if we just called him a liar and just moved on. As squib kick comes down to Man, Fry gets it out across the 30, 35 on his feet, and finally slides down at about the 47-yard line. Boy, he could have kept his balance there. He might have had a chance to take that to the house.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance, I think he's in the end zone right now. And Man's got, again, they've had great starting field position all night long, Chris. They've really done an efficient job of getting to where they need to be on the field to start their drives.
And again, thank you to Bill Lusk for that stat. That's always a good one to have on hand.
Yeah, I missed his encyclopedias on Man football whenever we're in for games.
Yeah, I agree. It's, he's,
I'm still reading Volume 4. What about you?
So I said it's like the Warren Commission report, but he does such a good job with all that.
Way more interesting.
So now 1st and 10 from the 48. Moody's going to get hit in the backfield, but somehow gets out of it, fights his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and may have fallen forward for a yard.
That might have been one of the best 1-yard gains I've ever seen, because he should have lost about 5 yards. But he's so elusive and so hard to bring down. And you grab him, he just gets out of tackles. You got to wrap him up and drive him to the ground. That's the only way you're going to bring Moody down, because he is an elusive running back.
Yeah, he's a lot like Slack on the other end. You got to find ways to wall him off and not get him in one-on-one situations.
Yeah, if he's got you one-on-one, it's tough to bring him down. He's a great runner. And again, he's just a sophomore.
Now Harless comes to the line. Grimmett borrowed his towel to wipe his hands off. Could he be getting the ball here? And yes, he is, as he plows up inside the line and picks up about a yard.
Oh, nice call from you there. I didn't even notice that. Look at you.
Yes, the little details.
Little things like that you pick up on. Good way to go, Chris Kidd. You're not so useless after all.
That's what I tell even my tennis players. I said, if you pick up on tendencies, you can end up being in the right spot a lot more often.
Very true.
So it's worth being analytical whenever you're playing. Talent goes far, but being analytical can help you pick up a couple little details.
Yeah, tell that to the 76ers in the process.
Yeah, that's true. 3rd down and 8 for Man from midfield. As Harless fakes the handoff, throws it out to Jaden Moody and drops it at midfield, and that'll bring up 4th and 8.
Well, it looks like Logan's going to get a stop here, so now I think the Logan defense kind of celebrated there, getting that stop a little bit. It's the little win sometimes you got to take, and let's see if Man decides to punt or go for it. Logan's sending the punting unit on, but Man, I think still got the regular – no, okay, they do have the punting unit. Forgive me.
Okay, yeah, Grimmett's going to drop back here. So he'll stand at his own 38-yard line. Again, Man going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial, with Logan going right to left, as Grimmett will put his right leg into it. Line drive, end over end kick, lands at the 20. Thinking about picking it up and finally falling on it is Slack at about the 15-yard line, close to the 16.
We talk about how good of a punter Slack's been, but Grimmett's had a very good night kicking the ball for Man. He's done a nice job the couple of times he's had to kick. He's done a great job.
10-18 to go in the third quarter. Man leads at 23-0.
All right, who's doing the first drop kick tonight? That's what I was doing. It's all field goal. Now we need a drop kick.
The Doug Flutie special?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in high school. I don't think I've seen one period since Flutie did
Flutie completed the first successful one since 1941 in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm going to say just a few years difference.
Breeze tried one in a Pro Bowl one time.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work.
That didn't go as well. So now Logan will open up this possession from their own 16-yard line. Low snap, fielded there, though, by Hayes, and he's going to get hit and sacked in the backfield immediately, as coming through and making the sack is Kenny Green.
And I'm seeing here there's a lot of angry Logan fans right now. It's just can't goes from – it just goes from good to bad to worse sometimes. And Hayes, there's a bad snap there. Hayes had a hard time getting it up off the turf.
Yeah, we at least have one fan's opinion on what needs to be done. As it's 2nd and 14 from their own 12 as Hayes will roll out, looks downfield, fires, has a man almost intercepted again by Grimmett, and again sneaks it back in that linebacker position as it looked like Townsend was wide open, and then all of a sudden Grimmett comes in and gets his paws on it.
Grimmett has done a good job reading the routes of where Hayes is going. Hayes has got to try and look him off if he can. He's got to look to his left and find his receiver to the right. If you look down the receiver, the linebackers, the corners, they're going to read your eyes, and they're just going to jump the route.
9:42 now to go in the third quarter, and it's going to be 3rd and 14 here for the Wildcats, trailing at 23-0. As Hayes has 4 receivers spread out, 2 to each side, as he'll take the snap, takes 1 step back, fires downfield, and this one is intercepted. Josh Moody has it at the 35, back to the 30, breaks out of a tackle at the 25 to the 20, cuts back inside to the 10, to the 5, and Moody's into the end zone. Touchdown Hillbillies, a 35-yard pick 6. The 3rd interception of the game for Hayes, and man has broken this game wide open.
Yeah, Josh Moody just sitting back in that safety position. Hayes fires quick, tries to catch Townsend, who actually had a step on his defender. Ball was underthrown. Moody just steps in front of the route, goes up for it, grabs it, and good luck tackling him. I know that much. He's got a step. He's hard to bring down. Touchdown for Moody.
Again, he had 5 interceptions last year to lead the team. That's his 2nd of the season thus far, albeit missing basically 2 full games on the defensive side. As Tipton, who nailed the 32-yard field goal earlier, this is a chip shot for him as he'll drill it through, and it's now 30-0 in favor of Man with 9:29 left in the third. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Rupi Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupi Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupi Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupi Phillips, for state senate.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
30-0 Man leads it as Tipton kicks it off down to about the 15-yard line. As taken there is Hensley, gets across the 20 to 25 as he heads towards the Logan sideline across the field and is ridden out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So Logan will get their first look, or their second look rather, of the second half. But again, the pick 6 a moment ago by Moody could prove to be basically the backbreaker of this game, Nathan.
Yeah, there's going to have to be something from Logan here. There's going to have to be a spark. Somebody's got to get this offense ignited again. 2 first downs in this game only, and they've got to do something. They've not gotten across midfield. Logan has been basically playing for their lives back there. The man defense, since the first quarter, has really eaten them up.
Now here they come to the line of scrimmage. Logan trying to see if they can find the scoreboard here, as they haven't gotten across midfield yet either tonight either.
Yeah, I think they're running a Wildcat formation here with Slack at quarterback.
Slack will take it himself, coming near side, now cuts back into the middle as he disappears into the pile, and he moves it out to about the 35-yard line, a pickup of close to 3 on the carry.
And that's some positive yardage for Logan to get on first down. And, Slack was a great quarterback when he played for the middle school team that won all those championships. He's got an arm, so if man doesn't respect Slack's arm, he could burn him here. He's a very good quarterback, very capable.
And again, he played a little bit of quarterback last season as well with Hayes, so not an unfamiliar position at all for him. And again, Hayes getting shaken up back in the first half may just call the night for him, but we'll see if this is a package that Jimmy Shepard's working on with his offense. As Slack takes a snap, rolls out far side, trying to get away from pressure. Plumlee has him, and he slings him to the ground. And his ball came out late. I think he tried to throw it, but by that point he was already in the grasp as Plumlee gets the sack back to the 20.
Yeah, he's got spun around and just tossed down hard. He's back up. He's okay. He's a tough kid. Let's see what Logan tries to do here. It's going to be third and very long.
Yeah, there's a loss of 15 on that sack.
And you know Slack's just trying to make something happen here. They've called his number, but that's one you just got to get rid of. When you see that pressure and you feel that pressure from this man team, they are just so quick.
We are under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. 30-0, man leads it.
What an interesting formation we got here. Oh, now it's a wishbone. Okay.
And Logan's going to burn a timeout here, as apparently Jimmy Shepard didn't like what he saw out of that. So 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Man leading it 30-0. As we'll take a moment and remind you that this game brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance. And Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Logan Wildcat and Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. So again, right now, if you're the Logan Wildcats, I think the biggest thing you want to see, again, they've been off for nearly a month, so it does make it difficult to come in cold turkey more or less against a team like Man, who is so experienced and has so much talent. But if you're Jimmy Shepard, you just want to start seeing some positive things that you can build on heading towards next week.
Well, you want some positive yardage. I don't think Logan would have a net gain of a positive right now in this ball game. If you look at their total yardage, you really trying to find a spark, something here.
Slack still in at quarterback here on 3rd and 22 from his own 20. He'll heave it downfield. Moody's got another interception, has it at the 40, and he's got a clear lane. Oh, what a hit on a block at the 20 as Moody comes in. He'll go into the end zone, but a flag comes in. Yeah, there was a massive hit laid by a Hillbilly on a Logan player at about the 20. They may call this defenseless.
They might. And honestly, I don't think they even needed that hit, truthfully.
He did. He really didn't have to lay it. It's hard not to whenever you've got that kind of a shot.
You want to, but you shouldn't.
Oh, they're going to say, actually, touchdown does stand. It's going to be a sideline warning against Man. Apparently, they were onto the field on that interception return.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was a huge wallop. And, again, it looked like a clean hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thrown the flag personally, but sometimes you never know.
Yeah, it's just the player wasn't really looking in the direction of the Man player, and he got a good, clean shot off on him. And the Logan player just went flying on the play. But, again, that was more or less a fair catch for Moody as he gets back-to-back pick sixes now.
He's such a good safety, Chris. So hard to play against him back there at safety.
So now 36-0 Man with 7:38 to go in the third. It's Tipton.
Offsides.
And he's ready to kick the extra point, but it's going to be an offsides against Logan.
Well, that's Man. Don't know if Man's going to just go ahead and kick it anyway or what they're going to do here. I would assume they're just going to take the extra point. Again, maybe move it a couple steps closer.
Yeah, it appears that's what. And it doesn't look like actually they're going to move it forward. Again,
they may just decline.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to keep it at the same distance. You move it a little bit closer, it can kind of throw things off with your lineman. As he snaps it back, good hold, kick is up in the air, and Tipton buries another one through as Man now leads at 37-0 with 7:38 left in the third quarter. Back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center. always here for you.
To go here in the third quarter, Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as the Man Hillbillies have broken this game wide open and lead at 37-0 now against the Wildcats, as Tipton will squib it up the middle of the field, fielded at about the 20-yard line by Kirk. He'll take it to the outside across the 30, 35, cuts back inside, and nice return from him again as he gets across the 40 to about the 42.
I'll tell you what, Carson Kirk's done a great job tonight returning kicks, Chris. I got to give him some credit. He's here in the second half. He's really gotten Logan some great starting field position, and this might be the first chance Logan has to get into man territory tonight.
Again, man has held Logan on their side of the 50 all evening long.
Yeah, 2 first downs is all Logan has tonight, and if you account for some of the negative plays, Logan may not even be in positive net yards.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself, if Logan was in positive yardage or not yet tonight.
Such a good man defense. And Logan's got so many great athletes. Man's defense is just that good.
So now they come out, and it will be
Wishbone.
Yeah, they've got a quarterback under center as Goldie, I believe, in at quarterback now, as they'll hand it off straight ahead to about the 45, about a gain of 3 on that carry.
They should have had leather helmets for that play. That was just everybody stand at the line and let's see who wins. That was a really good, nice run there for Logan to get some positive yardage.
I believe that was Chance Maynard on that carry.
Yeah, they've got Maynard, they've got Slack, they've got Goldie, Dotson. They've got everybody back there. Who they have in at quarterback right now, I can't tell.
I believe it's Goldie that's in
the
now.
Third quarterback for this evening.
So Goldie will get back under center here. And Logan, one receiver to each side, as they'll hand it off in the backfield, hit in the backfield, and going to get dragged backwards, I believe, is Kirk. He'll lose a yard on the play, and he'll bring up 3rd and 8.
There's a big man there from man into the backfield to disrupt that. That was number 79, Josh Mangrum, who got into the backfield and really caused some chaos there. A lot of big hosses on that front line for man. You got Mangrum, who is the junior, 6'1", 296, and Jaden Harrison, 6'3", 327 freshman.
3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats as they'll line up in the pistol here. One receiver to each side. Goldie in to take the snap as he'll drop back to throw. Kirk helps with a block. Now chased out as Goldie. He'll get to the sideline trying to get upfield as he tiptoes. Where did he step out at? And he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down at the man 49, but Logan does cross midfield for the first time tonight.
First time tonight, and looking for their 3rd first down here. You got to go for it. It's the closest you've been. So I figure you might as well line it up here and see what you can get. They handed it to Maynard once before. You may see it again. Maynard normally a defensive end. They've switched his number, I think, so he can run the ball tonight a little bit. Something new, a new wrinkle to the Logan offense.
Yeah, we've seen Chapmanville do that with Atwood, and Mann's done that in the past too. It's nice, like you said, it's a good little wrinkle to have.
And they got him.
Yeah, they get Mann to jump into the neutral zone, so they get the hard count this time, and that will give Logan an automatic first down.
Their 3rd first down of the evening, and Logan now has gotten into the 43-yard line of man. This is the best. This is the closest they've got, Chris, to any kind of pay dirt tonight.
5:55 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Man, is this a Wishbone Maryland eye? My goodness.
As the rain starts to come down again, Goldie will take it off the left side, but he'll go down right at the line of scrimmage as Grimmett and company there to help make the stop.
That is a Wishbone pistol he's running right now. That is an interesting formation. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's like the water boy over there. Henry Winkler's drawing up new plays. It is. I'm like you. This is unique.
Yeah, it's very unique. He's got a quarterback in the pistol, and he's got him in the wishbone, so he's surrounded by 3 running backs. As I get a cramp in my leg and I'm forced to stand up.
You've worked hard tonight.
I have.
2nd down and 10 from the man 44-yard line, 37-0. Hillbillies in control. As Goldie takes a snap out of the shotgun, he'll take it off the right side, tries to cut back inside, and he runs into a slew of man defenders as he'll go down after about a yard gain.
Again, nothing having here on 3rd down. Have to spread Goldie out and let him run again or try and throw. Say Hayes and Slacks on the sidelines. He hasn't been in at all this drive.
I don't know if he got banged up on that last drive as well.
Looks like he's all right over there. I see him standing over there with his helmet on. Seems like he's okay.
Yeah,
but maybe this is Coach Shepard just trying something different.
4 interceptions tonight for this man secondary, 2 of them going for pick sixes from Josh Moody. Eric Grimmett was a yard away from a pick six himself.
So Harris had the other one, or Harless, excuse me.
Now 3rd and 9, Goldie bobbles the snap. He takes it off the left side and runs up into the line and picks up another yard, maybe 2, as they'll mark him down. Actually giving progress to the 40, so a gain of 3 on the carry, but it'll be 4th and 6.
Yeah, now let's see what Logan dials up. 4th and 6 here. See if they're going to have to try and either spread it out here or because I don't think the inside handoff's going to be there. If you watch man, look at how close the linebackers are playing for man. They're just relying on the 2 corners and the safety.
Again, how quick they can get back in coverage as well.
It's crazy how fast they are.
Now 4th and 6, 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter as Goldie calls out the signals. He'll take the snap, drops back, throws towards the side, and it'll be a one-hopper, incomplete. And Logan will turn it over on downs back to the Hillbillies.
Yeah, and I believe you're going to see a lot of the reserves coming in here for the Hillbillies. I know they took Josh Moody out at safety there on defense. Now it looks like he's coming in on offense. I don't know if
I'd say you'll see him finish this quarter.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, you'll see some of them slowly but surely trickle out of this game. As we said, they have to turn around and play Chapmanville on Friday night.
Probably a walk-through film session tomorrow and then back at it on Friday.
Yeah, I'd imagine the coaches put in the game plans earlier this week on both sides.
You know they did.
Not a whole lot that you can do in one day, so they probably had to mega game plan over the last few. As Harless will get under center here. Again, going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial as they'll pitch it back to Josh Moody. He cuts up field and go down at about the 44-yard line. There's a nice tackle there as that was brought down on the play by Micaiah Adams.
Adams is a bright spot on this defense. He does such a good job in pursuit for Logan. He's a senior. So I don't know when Logan's supposed to play Friday, so they'll have a game here. So the games are dwindling down for the season as we're getting close to November. November's next week.
Very good.
I'm on top of it. You can't stop me, man.
That's okay. I forgot what day it was all last week, so we're in the same boat. It is 2nd down and 5 here for the Hillbillies. They give it off to the deep man, and this time Logan breaks through, and they'll create a loss on the play. Good job by the Wildcat front that time, as getting through was Noah McNeely to help make the initial hit.
And Logan's defense, I don't think, gets enough credit. I think they do a really nice job, and they did great early in the ball game. They do a really good job at stopping and creating hits. Because if you notice, man, while they've had a few scores, a lot of them have come off of very short fields.
22 of those points have come off of interceptions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you take that away, Logan's given up, 17 points maybe? 15?
About 15, yeah.
One's a field goal. So the Logan defense hasn't played bad.
3rd down and 8. Harless will roll out far side, throws it deep downfield, has Fry out there. He'll make the grab inside the 35, the 30, breaks out of a tackle inside the 20, and he's gone to the end zone. Touchdown, Cameron Fry. The second bomb tonight from Harless to Fry. This one for 57 yards, and the Hillbillies have now widened their lead to 43-0.
And that's where Logan has gotten in trouble, is when man goes to the air and rolls Harless. The single coverage, Fry's beat it twice, and that's where Logan has gotten in trouble tonight. And that's what happened there is Fry able to get into the end zone. Man opens it up to 43-0. Extra point pending.
You've got a player down on the far side for Logan that's on the sideline, and they help him to his feet, but looks like limping a little bit. Can't see the number from here, however. And it looks like got signaled by Kevin Gertz that it's Shelton Stone, number 25, that was down. So I appreciate that, Coach.
He's on top of it over here.
Tipton's extra point is up and through. So with 1:47 to go in the third quarter, Man now leads Logan 44-0 as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Carson Kirk on the return for Logan as he gets it out across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. And Logan will open up this possession with 1:40 to go in the third quarter as Man has put up 21 points here in this third frame.
Well, I was able, while we were at break, I found out what the name of that formation, that I said looked like the wishbone with the quarterback and the pistol. That is the kite formation. So thank you, Coach Joe Carroll out there, for informing me of what that was. So I've never seen that formation before in all my years.
Again, we all
Lacey Smith made that famous. Okay. That's what Coach Gertz says. So, hey, there you go. We're learning.
I said we all learn something new every day.
I'm pretty sure Coach Carroll coached Bronco Nagurski. So, I mean, he knows his things. I'm kidding, Coach.
So you and I just have the NBC The More You Know sign pop over our head all
really do.
Game. As Goldie in at quarterback, he'll get it to the outside as he lost the ball out of bounds, but took a big hit as he did so, as he'll pick up about 6 to 7 yards on that carry.
Nice recovery by a man out of bounds as the ball just bounced right into his hands. That was Darius Blankenship. Ball bounces perfectly to him, and he just catches it. It was a nice catch, but good run from Goldie there. Man's pursuit was there, but Goldie just outran him. He had a step and took advantage of it. As Goldie's actually, I think, Chris, today been the more effective quarterback of the three that we've seen for Logan.
Yeah, they may have found something here, just not to maybe run all the time, but definitely a little package that they could insert as the year moves on, as Goldie now will drop on 2nd and 2, fires into the flat, incomplete as he one-hops it to Slack. And there's the difference between him and Slack and Hayes. Obviously, Hayes and Slack have the better arms, but Goldie has done a good job being effective at getting to the outside.
Yeah, he's more of a free runner. He gets loose, more elusive. Doesn't have the arm Slack or Hayes has, but I like the choice of play call there. Try to get it to Slack out in the flat. Just wasn't able to get it there. And a player we haven't talked a lot about tonight is Cameron Hensley. They need to get him the ball more as well.
3rd down and 2. Back in the kite formation. Looks like the flying V almost as well.
It does.
As Goldie will throw, fires over the middle and incomplete as he tried to hit Townsend on that slant, but threw it too far out in front.
4th and 2. I guess if you're Logan, you're not kicking anymore tonight, so you might as well go for it.
Yeah, now it's just about getting some plays in and getting some repetition in if you're the Wildcats.
I'm really interested in this kite formation, though. It's something I haven't seen. I'm kind of intrigued by it. I'd like to check out a little more. I'm going to go back and watch some film.
They bunch it in tight this time with one receiver to each side as they try to get Man to jump as they did on the last 4th and short. Man crowding the line of scrimmage as Goldie will hand it off inside, fighting forward, and I think he's got it.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Oh, but Man took the ball away. They ripped it out of the hands of the Logan ball carrier, and this is going to be Man football, the 5th turnover tonight that they have created on the defensive side. Man, what a tough push that time by the Wildcats, but it gets ripped away at the last second.
Yeah, Maynard had the ball And they were pushing and pushing, and I don't know if he had it secured or man just poked it away or what, but Hillbillies come up with the ball. He just took it away. I don't even think the ball got on the ground.
Now it looks like Harless's evening is done as he'll stay on the sideline here.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
As we said, whenever we get into the fourth quarter, it will be a running clock. As if it's a 35-point lead or more in the fourth quarter, then the clock will continue to run, barring a score or a timeout or an injury. As we'll see, the new quarterback is here for the Hillbillies. Appears to be Colby Woodle, the junior. As Woodle will give it off up the middle, as nothing much there.
Yeah, I think Logan has the ball.
Yeah, Logan forces a fumble. Actually, it was Woodle on the carry, and it was Jaden Brumfield in at quarterback, and Woodle ends up losing it, and that'll give it back to the Wildcats.
I think there was a little bit of a mix-up on the handoff there, and Logan now forces a turnover, and will have their best starting field position of the evening as a minute and 2 seconds left here in the third.
So now Man has their first turnover of the evening after forcing 5 of their own. And that'll definitely get under the skin of Harvey Arms right there.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to just tell your reserves, get in, run some plays, get some experience, and protect the ball. And on the first play, you lose it. So now under center, Goldie. He'll pitch it back to Slack. Slack trying to get to the corner, and he's chased down, and he'll be brought down along the Logan sideline. The flag comes in late as Ethan Spence, the sophomore, chased him down and made the tackle. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, I don't know about the penalty flag, but let's see, maybe a face mask or something. Let's see what the official says. I couldn't really see. It's on the opposite side of the field from us.
So we get offsetting personal foul calls.
No, it's just on Man.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw him point towards Logan.
I thought
as well,
so too. But
yeah,
no.
they're going to march this off against Man.
Unnecessary roughness, I think they're calling. Well, Logan, this is as close as they've been tonight.
And now Man will call timeout as the never-ending last 2 minutes of this quarter will not come to an end. As we are now to 53.6 seconds to go. But Harvey Arms, I think this is a good timeout for him here to try and get his younger guys in order, and not let it get emotional.
Yeah, and you got to remind them, hey, you're playing with a 44-point lead, but we still demand you play like it's 0-0. You know, don't take your foot off the gas. Go in there and play like you're playing your last down. And that's exactly what he's reiterating here. Don't quit. Don't get soft. You know, let's end this. Let's end this game. Let's go home and get ready for Chapmanville, because right now this is a reserve unit that's playing for Friday, I think, Chris, in their minds.
So now both these teams will come back on Friday. Again, Logan will host Nitro on Friday night. And again, Nitro is another team that they've had a lot of their problems injury-wise and illness-wise this season, so it'll be interesting to see how much they'll be able to bring into that game on Friday. And again, we'll keep you abreast of that game as Nathan and I will be in Chapmanville doing Chapmanville and Man's football game on Friday night.
Yes, we will. Of course, tomorrow on WVOW, Falcons-Panthers. Westwood One football right after the Doc Holliday show tomorrow night.
Might as well just be, how will the Falcons lose this week?
Boy, it's been entertaining, hasn't it?
Oh, boy. It's bad enough being a Bengals fan. I wouldn't want to be a Falcons fan this year.
Nice bit of running there.
They handed off on the inside trap that time, and McNeely gets the carry, and he'll reel off about 10, close to 11 yards.
Yeah, that's a first down, I believe. Nope, second down, excuse me.
So they'll keep the clock running here with under 40 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, I've never seen a team lose on a go-ahead touchdown like the Falcons did the other night.
Oh man, yeah, that all. I can't even pinpoint which one's the worst at this point on how they've lost.
It's been entertaining.
So now Logan's letting the play clock and game clock run down again. There's about
They're going to have to run one more.
Yeah, they got to run another play here. There's a 1 second differential, but now they'll come to the line here with 7 seconds left. Now they'll snap it back as Goldie back to throw. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He'll heave it towards the end zone and juggled and intercepted again. the 5th interception of the game for the Hillbillies, the 6th turnover of the game for the Wildcats, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter with the Hillbillies still leading it 44-0. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Rupi Phillips, your conservative candidate for state senate. For years, I have fought for your conservative values in Charleston. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-coal, and pro-Trump.
Rupi Phillips is the only candidate for state senate supporting Donald Trump for president. Rupi Phillips wants to keep America great, stop the rioting, and fully fund the police.
When you go and cast your votes this year for President Trump, please remember to vote for me, Rupi Phillips, for state senate.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Willis Nesbitt Stadium as Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you, and man in control, leading at 44-0, and it will be a running clock now here in the fourth quarter unless Logan can cut this down below 35 points. As they'll pitch it into the backfield, coming near side across the 25 to 30, and a nice run.
Late hit.
And a late hit comes in after the fact. It's a good run that time by James Green. Sophomore for the Hillbillies. He picks up about 15 yards, and he'll tack on the extra bit of that from the penalty, too.
And there's a lot of jawing going on down there right now, and this is one that don't want to get anybody in trouble and have them miss the next ball game. And if you get ejected, I mean, that could really be a problem.
Now they're going to, and right now the main coaches are trying to get the Hillbilly starters back towards the bench here.
Well, they're going to have to move the Logan team back because the ball is actually spotted at the 49.
Yeah, but again, whenever you're a starter, you always want to cheer on the reserves. They're the ones that are working really hard on scout team during the week to get you ready. And I think the starters are getting maybe a little over exuberant right now on the sidelines. So they're trying to move them back as Woodle.
It's a rivalry game too. So I mean, like I said, throw it out the window. It's a rivalry game. These schools are 10 miles apart, if that. So
Woodle falls ahead for 2 yards.
So it looks like Mann will win the Lions Club Trophy. I believe is that the name of this ball game, if I'm not mistaken? The Lions Bowl? Chris? All right, Bueller.
2nd and 8 as they'll pitch it in the backfield, running far side this time. And, tough hit
that
low.
That could be clipping.
Yeah, that was a dangerous hit low. Thankfully, Green was able to stay on his feet as he picks up about 2, close to 3 more yards.
Yeah, that's close to a chop block. You got to watch that.
And as we said, right now, if you're both coaches, you're just telling your players, look, we understand it's an emotional game, but, make sure you don't do anything goofy to get yourself thrown out of here or get someone hurt.
Yeah, especially get thrown out or get your teammates or yourself hurt, especially because, moving forward, Logan's got a big game against Nitro. Somebody's leaving that ball game with a win. And, Chapmanville, the county championship will be on the line come Friday.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5 now for the Hillbillies. 9:20 to go on the running clock. 44-0 they lead it. As Brumfield, quick throw to the near side, complete. Trying to get upfield, trying to break out of a tackle, but not going to be able to do so as Brady Hall Montgomery had the grab. And now another flag comes in and another late hit. And McNeely and the man sideline having some words right now.
Yeah, McNeely's he's doing a lot of jawing down there. If that's personal foul on Mann. Wow, calling it on Mann.
So Again, must have been something near the sideline.
Yeah. Something may have been said. I'm not sure.
But that's going to move man back here as the clock does still continue to run, even with a penalty. As we said, 35-point lead in the fourth quarter. The clock will continue to wind. The only way it'll stop is if there's a touchdown, a timeout, or an injury. And this just to kind of put an end to the contest and also to try and ensure that things don't get completely out of hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what the Hillbillies do here. If they're going to go for it, yes, they will.
And now they're
bringing the first team out.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, punt team. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, man, this is about ready to possibly get ugly here.
Yeah, it's just the punt team. Okay. You don't really have too many reserve punters.
Yeah, it's very true. So 2 on the clock. Grimmett will take it, and he'll boot it away. As that'll hop at the 35, takes a big man.
Oh, no, he muffed it.
Oh, I don't know if Townsend touched it or not.
I think he did.
And, they're going to down it there at about the 21-yard line.
Oh, wait a minute, we got to fight.
And now, we've got a fight on the field here, and McNeely.
Yeah, he's getting tossed.
He got thrown out. You could feel it coming with him. Again, the emotions were just
Another flag.
Yeah, and he just throws his helmet to the ground and walks off the field. But, that right there was a very dangerous hit. I don't know what's being said or what's going on down the field, but that right there was a very, very dangerous situation, and thankfully everyone appears to be okay.
Yeah, you could feel it brewing. McNeely, he's been jawing with the sidelines all night, and you get in there now, and he's been thrown out of the game, and he'll probably miss.
Yeah, he'll be gone.
Miss some time for Nitro, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's 2 games. And now they'll keep the clock running here still, and probably the wisest thing to do with the way that the tempers are starting
the
to flare.
referees are down there talking. They're talking with Coach Shepard now, and obviously McNeely took a dead sprint. I saw him running, and I said, I don't know what's going on here. Unsportsmanlike against Logan.
So that's going to move things back inside the 10. And like we said, we don't necessarily want to throw everything on one player because obviously you don't get to that point without other things happening throughout the game.
He lost his cool.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm not, and I don't think you are either, trying to put it on one person. But, you hate to see that it does get to that point where someone ends up taking a hit like that on somebody else. But
yeah, and it's one of those things where it's just, it's a rivalry, tempers flare. You don't know what's going on in terms of who's played who, but McNeely just took a dead sprint at somebody. I didn't see who he hit. I just saw him take a dead sprint and just tackle somebody, and that got him tossed. And he'll be out 2 games. So, again, we talked about that, Chris. We talked about not losing your cool, losing your head. And that's something that they did, and you can't have that. You got to be more disciplined. And obviously both crowds here tonight are, man's very fired up after seeing that.
So now it's 44-0, man in the lead. 5:15 to go as the clock continues to wind. As we've had about 2.5 minutes go off the clock here.
Still not the wildest thing we've seen from a man Logan game.
No, we had the bench clearing brawl about 3 years ago.
I was there. I remember. Good times.
Yeah, so again, this has always been, even whenever,
it's always chippy.
Yeah, I was on the sideline kind of playing for Logan back in the day for a couple of years, and even in those games, I still remember Kenny Ramsey ran for about 812 yards on us, I think, in that game. It was he ran for over 300 on us, but even in that game, it was very chippy. That was back in 1998, I think, 99. But we didn't have such a good year that year.
Yeah. I don't know what the argument here is about the play, but okay.
Yeah, so about 3.5 minutes go off the clock before we run our next play, as Logan will run it from their own 3-yard line. They'll give it off on the inside trap. Nice tackle.
Is that McNeely?
Yeah, Brumfield got the tackle, and that was McNeely.
I thought he got tossed.
I did too, but now he's up and limping to the sideline here.
I got a question how McNeely didn't get thrown out of the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that myself.
That's Yeah, I don't understand that one.
And now he ends up getting injured on the play as he hobbles over to the sideline, and he'll go over to the bench now with 3:40 to go.
I'm really questioning how he didn't get tossed.
Yeah, but he got hit in the hip that time by Brumfield, the freshman.
I don't know. That's
now gain of 6 on that carry. He'll pitch it back to Kirk. He'll run up near side, gets to the corner, and Kirk turns it upfield.
Oh, man to beat.
Oh, and he gets by him to the 40, 45, 50. He's in a foot race, and Kirk is going to win it to the end zone. Touchdown, Logan Wildcats with 3:10 remaining in the contest, and Logan gets on the board on the 90-yard touchdown run.
Well, Kirk brings a little life to the ball game. The biggest play from scrimmage of the game goes to Kirk and Logan. Nice run from Kirk.
And Logan avoids the shutout. And a great
that may have been a record. That may have been a record for the longest run in Logan High School history.
Now 3:08 on the clock, as it will stop after the score. And then once we go back to action, the clock will still continue on. Again, Logan can't get it below 35 on the extra point or the two-pointer here.
No, they can't. Can only go to they can only get it down to 36. And for that, the clock will continue to run.
Goldie will get under center here. He fakes the pitch, or actually tried to give the pitch. Ball comes out as it'll be recovered by Logan, but that'll do it for that play. But Logan does get on the board on the 90-yard touchdown run by Carson Kirk. 3:08 to go in the game. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
For your next vehicle, shop Thornhill Mitsubishi. Value, confidence, fast and easy credit acceptance, and total support with our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every new Mitsubishi. No matter what lies on the road ahead, Thornhill is here.
No reason. You know there's other stuff that happened before that. As kickoff brought back across the 30-yard line out to about the 34-yard line. Nice little return there by James Green as clock continues to move here as we're down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and Man leading at 44-6.
Yeah, Man could pretty much, if they wanted to, probably just take a knee for the rest of this one. Man will escape out of here. Logan avoids the shutout, so they got to be happy about that. And apparently they won't lose McNeely. So, again, hey, got him on Friday.
And hopefully his hip's okay after he did take that hit.
And hopefully we can get out of here without any kind of scraps.
Again, because both these teams have to come back and play on Friday night.
Timeout, Man.
And Man calls a timeout. That's what I do, too. Yeah, so, again, this game continues to limp to the finish line. And looks like Harvey Arms wasn't happy that one of his linemen wasn't ready to go onto the field, so I guess he's trying to find somebody else here. But now here comes another one in late, and it doesn't look like they're going to take the full minute timeout. They're just going to go right back to action here, and probably a good thing that they do. As we said, things have definitely started to escalate here as they start the clock with 2 minutes to go.
we might have started a few seconds early, but who cares at this point?
That's what I was thinking. As they get it to Green, as he'll run the sweep near side, as he'll pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Nice tackle there by Braden Chambers.
Yeah, so Friday, we're coming back at you. Football action. Lots of sports this weekend. Unfortunately, the Marshall game got canceled, did it not?
I know. We're not going to get to see the best team in West Virginia play. It's unfortunate.
Well, by record, you're right.
Again, I just continue to drive that needle a little bit further every now and then.
Every blind squirrel finds a nut. No, Marshall's doing great this year. It's great to see.
They pitch it back to Green. He'll rush far side as a flag comes down as Green Grits cross midfield. Nice game, but could have this come back. Get 1:09 to go.
It's been the longest clock rolling quarter I've ever seen.
That's what I said. Right now, even if
we're under a minute to go.
Yeah, I think the officials are ready to have this one probably in too.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a Wednesday night, so we've all got to work in the morning. So, stick around. After this, I believe we'll be out to ESPN Radio for all the national sports coverage. A lot of football talk going on.
As we're down to 35 seconds
that
to
should
go.
do it. You don't have to run another play. And I'll be stunned if you see a post-game handshake or even a post-game wave at this point.
As we said, things just continued to escalate here in the second half, and thankfully it appears we're going to get out of here with no damage done on either side. But the Man Hillbillies are going to run this clock out, take the penalty.
They can.
The penalty, even with the penalty, they'll still be able to let the clock roll here, and that will do it as the Man Hillbillies come in and they take a huge win at 44-6 to move to 2-3 on the season. Logan drops to 0-3 on the year as they will now head to Chapmanville on Friday night to try and maintain their county championship. Logan will stay home, and they will host the Nitro Wildcats on Friday night. Nathan and I will step aside for a break and be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School Football Game of the Week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Well, they actually did.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
When it comes to uncertain financial times, United Bank has a very unique perspective. Seasons may change, but United Bank is always a constant, providing you safety, security, and sound decision-making. That's the reason we've been in business since 1839. Safe, sound, secure. It's the hallmark of our success. United Bank, at your service.
Agreement had the big runs, but yeah, whatever.
Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
When Americans needed a car that worked harder than a car, we built them a truck. And they used our trucks to build interstates and industries and communities, livelihoods and neighborhoods. Americans needed vehicles worthy of who they are and what they can do. So, we built them a truck.
So I'm gonna throw that too. I'm gonna throw that in there.
I agree. He had a couple of good 20-yard returns. He had the 90-yard touchdown run. So Kirk for Logan, and then Grimmett had the interception, had the touchdown run of 41 yards, nearly had the pick six, and then Josh Moody had 2 pick sixes of his own in the third quarter to help break the game open. So again, Josh Moody, Eric Grimmett, and Carson Kirk of Logan, all are Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game award winners. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. Well, Nathan and I will step aside for our final 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll say goodnight here from Logan and talk briefly about Man and Chapmanville on Friday night as you're listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Diana Barnett, candidate for Logan County Commission. Diana is a business owner committed to revitalizing the economy in Logan County.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as our final segment tonight here from Logan, West Virginia, as the Man Hillbillies win at 44-6. And again, Man now back on track at 2-3. Logan at 0-3. But again, talk about these two teams going into Friday night. Again, Logan plays a Nitro team that is a bit depleted. Logan, has lost some players as well throughout the season, so going to be a difficult matchup for both, but a good chance for both to try and pick up their first win of the year. And then Man trying to maintain their county championship at Chapmanville and get to 500 on the season, as is James Barker's group trying to get to 500 on the season, as each trying to still fight for the playoffs.
Yeah, and Logan, they battle of the winless Wildcats. One Wildcat team will win Friday night. Logan back here, so I don't know how much this game really took out of them. We'll see how they look Friday night. Man and Chapmanville, going to be fun, going to be interesting, as this is going to be a matchup that we normally see at the end of the year, but we're getting a little early, and this one is in Chapmanville this year. So this one could be fun to watch. Chapmanville with that home field advantage, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Again, Nathan and I will be there in Chapmanville for the call of that game between the Tigers and the Hillbillies, starting at 7:15 with the pregame show and 7:30 p.m. kickoff between Chapmanville and Man. Well, once again, our final score here tonight from Logan High School is the Man Hillbillies 44, the Logan Wildcats 6. So for Terry Bucklew back in the WVOW studios, Butch Mounts on Video Productions, both our engineers tonight. Robert Mounts.
Robert.
I'm going classy on this one. We're going Class E on the exit for Nathan Bush. I'm Christopher Kidd saying so long tonight here from Logan, West Virginia, as you've been listening to and watching the Logan County High School football game of the week with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Back to Terrence in the studio.